What up? Welcome to the Land Your Bets Sports Betting Show live stream Sunday morning here as we are looking at a ton of games. All of the teams in the NBA are playing today. I'm going to be going through bets as they are flying out right now. Got some player props we already want to do here. Want to get some stuff going for you guys. We want to remind everybody we do have a Discord now. So we're feeling pretty good about that as we've been getting some bets in. I got a couple things out early to people. Unfortunately, some of the bets that I do now have because props literally started coming out in the just dozens over the course of the last hour or two as these games are kicking off in an hour on the East Coast for the Eastern Conference games, and then we have those other games starting at 12:30. So that's a quick reminder about the Discord. I will be going through some of the bets I made last night. Always a quick reminder to jump into the live stream. Let me know what you guys want to play. I am going to have a special guest that I'm going to be announcing here in just a little bit. He's going to come on as soon as he can. I got to get him the link actually while I'm thinking about it here. We're gonna be doing that here with him. I'm really excited to have dude on. Honestly, he's a stud, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will recognize him. So I'll get him here on in a minute. I'm gonna send him that link actually, so we can make sure I get that going. If you guys, like I said, do have a bet, jump in there and let me know what's good, and we'll go over that. I am gonna make a channel in the Discord as well, so that we have the ability to get people who are in the Discord get their bets in for me early on the channel, and we'll go ahead and get the those bets up for those people. You get a little bit of priority, kind of like a little priority pass. If you are in the Discord, you can go ahead and get these bets in early so we can look at exactly what you want to look at. And I will try to do my best to prioritize people who are in the Discord as well as much as possible. But obviously, if you're new here, we just keep coming back with those bets and we'll get them up for you. I'm definitely I'm definitely not struggling, just scrambling to get these bets out to you guys. I'm going to be sharing my screen here in a minute to go over some of that stuff with you, and then we'll take your bet. So let me go through what I got real quick and see what's good as people are jumping in. What's good, everybody? Recognize most of y'all. What's up, Mike? What's up, MB8? We got Free Sauce in here. We got D-Bag going. What's up, Donnie Pryor? Good to see you, man. And Rockstar. Everybody's jumping in right now. We still have, like I said, about 55-ish an hour till games start on the conference one. So let me throw some of these bets in here that I know I want to look at, and I know you guys want to look at as well. So like I said, try to keep it to the Eastern Conference games for now because I'm going to be streaming for a while. So if we got to get to those Western Conference games a bit later, then we might have to do that, a little bit closer to those game times. But I'm putting in some of the bets you guys are talking about and some of the ones that I have not given out yet that I really, really like. So I'll look at the ones that I put in last night already for those of you that are not yet in the Discord, and then go over some of these ones that we got as well. I'm going to put in a bet that I know the homie who's coming on is going to have as well. Because I know that that's going to be a good one. You and I were talking on the phone before this, so I know exactly what we're going to be looking at together. But there's a couple other. Let me pull up my notes so I can add them. The bets are going to be scrolling on the bottom line, and I need to add the ones that we put in last night, and I'll go over those right now with you. So I can kind of do that anyway. So a couple of the things that I was looking at here from last night, right? We've got. Let me start over here with this Bucks Magic game. The thing to watch here is that they both need to win, so don't even worry about that. Like both these teams need to get dubs. Like the Bucks want to make sure they get the 2 seed. Now, if you have your tinfoil hat on and you're all about conspiracy theories, you want to talk about the way that this shakes up. It does seem like the Pacers are going to be the 6th seed if they win. Right now, they could be the 5 if the Magic lose and they win, but it seems likely at least the 6th seed. If you're let's say the Bucks, do you want to play the Pacers or do you want a shot at the Heat or the Magic? Basically those 2 teams. Like, who would you rather play? And I would clearly rather play the Pacers if I'm the Bucks, especially if the 76ers are in that 7th seed as well. So the 2 seed might not be as coveted as normally once was in the Eastern Conference. Keep that in mind. The Bucks without Giannis are not a very good team. They are 4-4 on the season. Much worse. Everything is worse. Honestly, the interesting thing is the offensive rating jumps to 120 from 119 without Giannis this season, but the points per game are at 4 points less because of the fact that they play so much faster when Giannis is in there that they're going to score more points even if they don't have the same offensive rating. So the D rating way better. That's probably the biggest difference that you'll notice. So defense is not going to be as potent, if you will, for this Bucks squad as maybe it is when Giannis is in there. Another thing is Franz is back. Now, Franz missed the last game between these 2 teams, and you can see with and without Franz is a big deal, right? You've got the offensive rating dips hella. The points per game drop by 7 per game without Franz Wagner in there. The defensive rating worse, all that. So they're playing faster with him. I think the over is a lot better of a bet than it was last game versus these two teams, but I stayed away from that. We're getting a little bit out of control. I think it's 6.5 now for the Bucks as the underdog. So not that's getting a little out of control. I like the Magic a lot more under 5 points at like 4.5. But the bets that I have in from this game, real quick, I do have one for Franz because I put him in there at over 20.5 points. Feeling pretty good about that. And then we got the reasoning is really just he cooked Chris Middleton the last couple of games, right? And so we're not feeling like Chris is going to be there again on defense. He's now back in this game as well. He missed the last one when these two teams played. So a lot's going on for him to have the opportunity there. If you look at where Franz is shooting from, he's just taking his shots from everywhere the Bucks are weakest. Above the break, he's at 6 field goal attempts per game against them. He's at 19.5 field goal attempts in general against them, and 5.5 free throws, which I really like when he gets those easy buckets because he's driving to the basket. And now that interior defense is even weaker for this Bucks squad, so I'm going to go with his over on the points. I also took an under on Bobby P for the rebounds. Now I do want to look at his points. I'm going to put that in before I forget because that is an early game. I'm going to put in Bobby P points because we know he went off against this team last time, and I think that he's probably good to do it again, mostly because when he plays without Giannis, he scores a ton more points. But the rebounds are going to be a problem against this Magic squad, who is a really good rebounding team. They limit his rebound profile to the second fewest. And if you look at the situation without Giannis and with Chris Middleton, he's gone under in 5 of 6 without Giannis and with Chris. He goes under in 6 of 8 without Giannis in general. And he's averaging the 10 a game, but he's gotten 15 and 16 boards 2 different times, which is just not nearly as likely against this Magic squad. And the rebounds won't necessarily be there quite as much for him for 2 reasons. Franz is back. So with Franz Wagner back, we do have a lot more made shots for Orlando, a lot fewer rebound chances. Like there's 8 or 9 rebound chances more when Franz is off the floor for the opponents for the Magic, right? Because of the fact that when Franz is out there, they're making more shots. He's their best shot maker, if not their second best. So they do offer a lot fewer rebound chances to opponents when he's in. With him in, going to be fewer of those. He's going to be guarding Paolo. That's a huge part of this. If you look at Giannis, right, the last couple of games for Giannis, when he played this team, he did not have rebound chances and he did not have the rebounds. He's averaged 10 against them in 2 games. Now you put Bobby Portis in the Giannis role on defense, especially, and it's the same concept. He's got to guard Paolo. He's further from the basket the way that Giannis was when he was guarding Paolo against the Magic. So really like the under 10.5. Gave that one out last night in the Discord as well. So hopefully the juice is still the same there. But if it's 10.5, it's a really good look. So those were the main 2 I got in. We got to at least talk about Peyton Pritchard, because last year he had a triple-double on the last day of the season, and that was a little bit more unexpected. So now people are looking for it a little bit more from him, which means that it's not necessarily as likely there. But still really like the Peyton Pritchard stuff because look at that triple-double, plus 3,300. I put 0.2 units on that. Double-double I think is a good look as well, but I went with the PA as the core bet. So those are the 3 that I got in. I have a 4th in that I want to go through with you right now as well. So let's get into that. But a quick reminder, obviously, to like and subscribe to the page, all that good stuff. We do have Discord going these days as well, so I'm going to be telling you guys about that all the time. Link in the bio for the Discord. Got some really good bets from some dudes that are in there recently, so feeling good about that. All right, I'm going to get into the comments and see which bets I might have missed from y'all. Get into that. I got to give the Discord one quick shout out as well, so we all know that we're in here. All right, cool. Let me share my screen and get into some of these bets with you guys because there's a lot happening, a lot moving, and I bet some of these looks that have started to come out over the course of the last hour, even 30 minutes, to be honest with you, but those are in a pretty good spot for us. I'm going to share my screen right now. Solo. All right. You can see the prop stock cash pool that we always love to use here. This is definitely what I'm going to be using to kind of kick us off moving forward. If you have been here before, you know that. And this is something you do have to pay for to get the full use of it. But honestly, if you're going to be betting props for the rest of the season, you can get a good discount on like the rest of the NBA season or what have you. It's an amazing tool. So I suggest it. One thing I was looking at from one bet I know I want to play here. I'm going to bring up Evan Mobley on here, and I want to look at Evan Mobley versus the Hornets squad where they've got nobody, right? The Hornets are sitting everybody. I'm going to pull up the underdog feed here so that we can see what's the most updated stuff, right? Wow, Joel is ruled out on Sunday, and I wish I had given out Tyrese Maxey over 21.5 points last night, but I did not give that out either. Either way, let's look at this. We know that who's starting for the Cavs. We got Porter Jr., Craig Porter Jr., Isaac Okoro, Max Strus, Mobley, and Allen. And then for the Hornets, we now know that they will be without Bertans. They'll be without Grant Williams, Nick Richards, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges. Micic is going to play limited minutes. So Nick Smith Jr. might just score 1,000 points in 1,000 minutes in this game, to be honest. This Cavs defense isn't going to give it up, but he's still going to get a ton of shots. So I would consider that. But most importantly, I'm looking at first quarter stuff here for Evan Mobley because I don't know how long this game is going to be even close at all. The Cavs are playing enough of their starters, and Craig Porter Jr. is going to be better, for instance, than anybody that's on this this Charlotte squad, probably on the entire floor, right? So that means that Evan Mobley and Jared Allen are just going to have their way. I don't know that this game is going to be close enough that these dudes are playing in the like late third or fourth quarter. So what I want to do with that is find a way to just play their earlier stuff, the first quarter stuff. So if you look at Evan Mobley's first quarter points, they're 4.5 points. Usually it's under 4, but we got Donnie Mitchell out. We got Darius Garland out. We got is Max Strus playing? I believe yeah, he's starting. I just read that. So Strus is in there. But other than that, like the number 1 and 2 options are definitely more the big men at this point without DG to PG, Darius Garland, or Donovan Mitchell available. So I'm looking at the first quarter stuff with Mobley, and I want to know for Mobley what's he done without Donnie Mitchell. So let me take Donovan Mitchell out, and not even worry about Darius Garland for a minute. If you look at Donnie Mitchell out now, this looks a lot greener, doesn't it? Right? Like, and one of these games against Boston here on the 5th of March, I would strongly contend that the reason that he didn't get those points in the first quarter against them probably got some foul trouble. But either way, you can see he played. He played 8.8 minutes, so he just didn't play well against a much better download team. But now you've got to consider, without Donnie Mitchell, 8 minutes, the field goal attempts are up at about 4.4. In the last 3, we're talking about him getting those a ton as well. So I'm going to interrupt myself, though, to bring up Pop Bomb real quick. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, bro. Good to have you, man. I haven't told anybody it was you yet, but now the people are seeing live. So how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. We're about to get through a crazy next 40 minutes here as these props start to become available for all the Eastern Conference teams, essentially.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a crazy day. I'm excited to get on and hopefully have a profitable end of the season.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, today it's an interesting day because it's filled with landmines. It's filled with like
a lot of traps,
right?
Sure.
Yeah, ton of traps. So I was going through a bet that we were speaking about earlier, real quick, where I was talking about this Evan Mobley stuff, and here's what I was looking at, which is the first quarter stuff for him, and obviously it's a ton of green, right? Once you get into taking Donnie Mitchell out, so I filtered this on Prop Stock Cash without Donnie Mitchell, and on the season, right, he's over an 11 of 14. A couple of the ones were against really good squads. I know he went under against Boston is one of these games where he played a bunch of minutes, but he didn't get the looks as much. And Boston obviously is going to be a lot better of a defense down low than no Nick Richards, no Grant Williams, like no anybody playing for Charlotte at this point.
Who's playing for them? I guess Bolden is the only guy.
I mean, I'll pull up there. I don't even know if, like, for instance, I don't even know if ESPN's going to have far enough back in their depth chart to know who's playing. But I guess Trey Mann hasn't been ruled out. Micic has been, it's said that he's going to play limited minutes. That was one of those. So, like, Grant Williams, Nick Richards, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges out. Vasile Micic is going to play limited minutes on Sunday. So, yeah, I mean, what we do with that is go, okay, so I guess Trey Mann's going to get minutes. Nick Smith Jr., Pokuševski is going to get some minutes. And then, yeah, I guess Marcus Bolden's going to be there, the big man, right?
I could see a lot of Amari Bailey minutes too. That's the guy that they're going to want to probably get some run out of, you know?
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, all hands on deck, right? If you're a rook, especially, you're going to be in this.
They're tanking though. They're tanking for that top 3 pick with the Spurs, but the Spurs beat the Nuggets, so I don't know.
Right. Yeah, that was their Super Bowl. That was wild. But yeah, I would say the Mobley bet's a little bit better than the Allen first quarter bet. The Allen first quarter bet's going to be up at about 6.5. This is an old number at this point. I'll just pull up I'll pull up DraftKings for now because I know that they've had these first quarter bets for these dudes, and FanDuel was a little bit slow to bring them up, and I generally stick to those two for the stream just because most people have those books. But if we look at player points, damn, these are all gone now. How did we lose all of these first quarter bets? Because I guess since everybody got ruled out for Charlotte.
Oh wow, yeah. See if the other books are other games.
I'll pull up FanDuel right quick, and then we'll go to some MGM and Caesars. But That is brutal. If that's the case, it does look to be the case everywhere. Okay, so you still got them in their 10+ points bets here. So this is full game though, and I was really hoping to get that first quarter stuff. Let me pull up MGM. Oh, I just redid all my cash too. We'll just be in Colorado.
I guess I could, Josh. In the meantime, I guess I can give out a prop.
Yeah, please. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah. While I'm looking at this, I was ready to just talk about Evan Mobley for a minute, but let's kick it off with something you got.
So this isn't going to be the 2-unit prop that I hinted in the in the hype post, but this is going to be a different one. I'm wearing the jersey of the player that I want to take.
Hell yeah.
It's actually going to be Jimmy Butler. I'm going with his under 19.5 points. RJ Barrett just got ruled out. Emmanuel quickly just got ruled out. Raptors don't give a shit about this game. I mean, I guess last game they played all their guys, and when you look at the history and in meaningful compared to meaningless games for Jimmy Butler, he brings on a different type of intensity level. And the spread here is like, can you check out the spread? It must be like more than 12 points.
Oh, definitely. They keep messing up. Hold on, let me refresh this. Go back and then go forward.
Check out the spread real quick. Yeah, 16 points.
16, dude. Yeah.
This is not a game like last game. Butler attempted only 7 shots. And in the 10 of 12 blowout wins for the Miami Heat or blowout losses, Butler has gone under this line in 10 of the 12 games. Yeah. So he clearly brings a different level of intensity, just pending on the matchup. You know, we saw that with the Pacers with that. You know, he had to drive, but this is just a game where I could just see Spoelstra and the players, like the guys like Nikola Jovic or maybe Delon Wright, Thomas Bryant type players to just kind of have those showcases before the actual play-in tournament games happen. So not a meaningful game that I think Butler can really have the need to drive.
Did you get that for 20.5 under?
It's at 19.5 right now. I'm seeing minus 110.
Yep, that's
so pretty fair odds. I probably could even mess around with PRA as well. But I'm a little worried about – I feel like he could be more of a dimer this game. So I'm not sure. This could be a Jaime Jaquez game, by the way. I mean, actually, I kind of like that line, 11.5 points.
For Jaime?
Yes. Yeah,
let's see. As I call him, the real Triple J. Jaime Jaquez Jr. Golly, what do I have going here? This is in their wins by 15 plus. I love to look at this stuff.
For that's perfect. That's a nice filter. Yeah. Check that out.
It just already happened that way because I had it for Jimmy. But I love to compare that. I love the comparison of.
You know what? Honestly, I feel like maybe Jaime would be more safer than Jimmy because Jimmy, you're kind of like guessing a little bit. You're banking off history, but this seems a little bit more better. I like this look.
Like this can't possibly be anything less than a blowout, and they've blown out Toronto a couple times. In both those games, he had 15 and 20. This season. They blew him out one time and he played he had 20 points, played 32 minutes. I think the minutes is what you look at with dude, and it's a direct correlation though to your Jimmy bet, is it not?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they are essentially the same player, like play type wise. So I like that.
Yeah, you turned me onto that. What's up, Monotone? Got to shout out my guy.
Hey, Monotone, get in here, man.
I know, dude. You're welcome to come in, bro. I'm gonna tweet you the link just in case you want it because we're about to go wild here today. No pressure, but I've definitely tweeted you the link to put you under that pressure. Monotone dude is dude I respect the hell out of, man. It's like there's a few people out there where you're like, wow. Every time you have logical points for things, I'm like, that makes so much sense. Like you convinced me, you know. No, I love the Jimmy bet. The Jaime stuff. Get into that for a minute because I know that you.
You know what you could honestly do too as well if you're looking for long shots. Hey, how about Jaime 15 plus points?
Yeah.
Again, a guy that's probably not going to be that much featured in the playoff rotation. I'm kind of like, I don't know if it's the fact that defenses have figured him out or like I've scouted him compared to in the beginning of the season, but he's just hasn't had that success that he had at the beginning. But that line's not available. But yeah, which Jimmy? I honestly like the Jaime look better now.
Jaime 15 plus. That's silly.
You can't even get that. See, what does that tell you?
I mean, you should be able to get that. Let me look at DraftKings real quick. I feel like FanDuel's been good with the odds, and they've been just struggling to get stuff up sometimes. Okay.
Oh, so by the way, Embiid just got ruled out.
Yeah. Saw that. So Jaime 15 plus is plus 170.
Okay.
So that's 3 more points for the plus 170. decent look there. Let me send our guy the invite in case he wants to come in.
Yeah. Could you
Jaime is
get
good on
people in
DK.
here? Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. I've done a couple of shows with dude. He's awesome. All right, I'm copying that. Yeah, the Jaime stuff, like you were the one that turned me on to the fact that he just does the same stuff as Jimmy Butler. So like
Same guy.
Right? Yeah. And you don't think he's gonna get playoff rotation minutes?
No, I do. I think he's gonna get like, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes for the team. But I kind of just saw how Spoelstra played it last season and against the Magic in the last game. Like the younger players got more featured. They had the time to. It's not that meaningless or meaningful in the second half.
Right.
Andy just said Franz Wagner under 9.5 rebounds. What is B?
I'm assuming you meant RA.
RA.
Yeah.
Under 9.5
rebounds and blocks. Can you get that? Under I'm gonna look at Franz because I did have him on the over on points actually at 20.5. He has cooked Middleton. I was showing that earlier when he's played against him this season twice. He's taken 20 and 19 shots versus this Bucks team in the 2 games he's played against in the season with 5.5 free throws. So I liked his points, but I'll look at the RA in that game because there might be some stuff from there. The bottom line is going to be what we have and what we're looking at next. So I'm trying to find the Mobley points in the first quarter still, and I'm not sure.
Check out MGM, FanDuel.
Yeah, I was just on MGM. They didn't have anything in this game still. We got player
See
points.
what else is going on. You know what? To answer your question, Andy, about Franz Wagner, I think that's an okay look. Paolo has kind of been. Let me see something actually before I give my analysis on that.
Yeah, take a quick look for sure. But I mean,
against the Bucks, under 9.5 rebounds. Is it because the Bucks don't allow that many rebounds or something? Or
all right, we look at What is this? Do I still have the 10-point filter? My bad. All right, this is last 10. He's probably looking at a lot of unders. A lot of times when you see people bring stuff, obviously, like they're numbers. Head to head, he's actually gone over in both this season against them. And it's
I see. Probably rebounds and assists.
Okay, you got 9.5. Though you're right. It's juiced way down. But if we make it 9.5, it's a lot different against this Milwaukee team. Still getting close.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a solid look. Personally, the way I cap is I try to avoid rebounds and assists and just stick with points. I think they're less lucky than rebounds and assists.
Yep.
So let's see what we got here.
Yeah, I'm looking at potential assist for him. 7.6 in the last, 12 in the last game versus them. 6 in the one prior. I think we're gonna have like Markelle Fultz and everybody in here, but honestly, like Paolo's the point guard. To be honest with you, that's for sure. If you look at Paolo stuff real quick. And I like to show a lot of the work on the stream too. So I'm gonna just go to NBA Advanced Stats real quick and go to players and look at the tracking passing data for Paolo. So if we look at that, I'm gonna do the last like 15 games because there was like a stretch all of a sudden where Markelle Fultz stopped playing and was no longer the point guard. And then at that point, Paolo's just been the point guard. So in the last 15, if you look at potential assists, it's Paolo by a mile, right? 10.6. If you look at passes made, Paolo by a mile, passes received, Paolo by a mile. So he's standing at the top of the key as the point guard at this point. So whatever you want to do with that, just make sure everybody keeps that in mind when you're talking about this Magic squad, that it's point guard Paolo at this point,
Yeah. They also have Joe Ingles and they also have Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, a lot of different options.
Yeah.
And also too, like I think Franz gets a lot of his assists from 3-pointers.
Like driving kick, because he drives
the
team. Yeah, I know he's got the most drives, even more than Paolo. They're damn near the same players. The crazy part. If I put this to the last 10 games, it's still like pretty low, 5.8. Like I get what you're looking at overall for that one, dude.
I think it's a solid look. To be honest with you, I lean that he goes under just with all the different options that the Magic have compared to like what the data thinks, throughout the full season.
Yep.
What else we got going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a few more bets. The other stuff I was gonna look at that's on the bottom line here. Bobby Portis points. I still didn't pull the trigger on that, but it's at 17.5. I wanted to see what you thought about that because I hit his under 10.5 boards for good reason. Like I was telling you earlier, and the write-up that I gave in the Discord was basically Bobby Portis rebounds under 10.5 because he's going to be guarding Paolo. That's what I was looking at. If you look at the box scores between these two teams, Paolo like Giannis was guarding Paolo. He only got 10.5 rebounds, or he hasn't gotten over 10 rebounds against them this season. So if I go to rebounding here on NBA Advanced Stats, and I go to the Bucks, and I put them against the Magic this season, I believe one of the games didn't have player tracking data, but the other ones, you can see Giannis had 14 rebound chances with 10 boards. He gets like 18 rebound chances a game normally, right? But he's guarding Paolo, who we just established as the point guard and plays up around the top of the key than anywhere else, right? So if Bobby Portis is guarding him now, then that's going to be a pretty bad look for him, the same way it was for Giannis, right? If you look at Bobby Poe's rebounds without Giannis this season, still going cleanly under this, and we're talking about a team that is much better at rebounding than the teams that he's gone over this season. So if I just look at this season, under in 6 of 8, he went over against 2 good rebounding teams actually, but still went under against everybody else pretty consistently. Did get 10 a couple times, but I'm also going to add Chris Middleton in there because he's played 6 games with Chris and without Giannis, and he's at 9.3 boards in these situations. And yeah, I just think this is another good look with a couple other guys that are going to be actually lower to the basket. I'm not saying I like an over on, say, like Brook Lopez's rebounds necessarily, but I think it's correlated that like he's going to be guarding Wendell Carter Jr. or Goga Batadze. Actually, he's probably going to get some time because Wendell's a little bit hurt. In which case, now you've got Brook Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez guards Wendell. Okay.
Exactly. Yep. And so I noticed that stuff from the last time that I was in here. And I was just looking at the box score between these two teams real quick, and I'll just bring it up one more time to show what I'm saying. But this bet's already a lock. Now I do want to see the points for him, but I'm just going to show you what I mean real quick with the advanced box scores. Because if I pull up the Orlando game from the previous time, I'll go to advanced filters and do versus the Orlando Magic here. Get that. And if I look at the box score where they both played, which was the December 21st game, then you see the matchups real easily, and it kind of gives you a good picture of like who's going to be where on the court. And you see if you pull up, let's say, defensive player for Giannis, right, for instance, which is now going to be the Bobby Portis role. He's playing Paolo the whole time, right, and a little bit of Mo Wagner, but mostly he's playing guarding dudes who are further away from the basket, even a little bit of Franz Wagner. So that's where that came from. The player rebounding, you can even see the average rebound distance for Giannis it's like 5.9 feet, but it's still like, not right next to the basket. So either way, I'm good with that one. What do you think about the points? Have you taken a look at the Bobby Portis stuff real quick?
Yeah. So the rebounds, look, I totally agree with you. When you do cap rebound props, is you have to kind of visualize where the player will be after the shot's taken. And if he's going to be more so busy defending Paolo Banchero or Franz Wagner, both two threats to drive, he's not going to be looking to grab a rebound. So I like I honestly, if you were to ask the over points or the under rebounds, I honestly would go the under rebounds route. Over points.
That's what I put in. So yeah, we're in agreement there that was a safer bet. That's why I felt good to give it out to the Discord last night. If we look at Bobby P here on StatMuse, and we just go to Bobby Portis with and without Giannis this season, it's pretty stark in the 8 games.
Yeah.
4 more minutes, about 9 more points, 8.5 more points, 3 more.
Check out those games. Let me check out. I'm going to use a filter to see what those games were with Middleton and Lillard. I'm going to see what those look like
without Giannis and with Middleton. Okay. This season we've got 6 games over in 4 of 6. I
see 21.6 points per game. He averages in the 5 games without them.
This is giving me 6 games for some reason. Oh, without both of them, you're saying, not with.
I see without Giannis, but with Middleton and Lillard, Portis averages 21.6.
All right, let me put Lillard in here too. All right, yeah, now that you're right. So I put Lillard in there as well. He's still getting over that. 4 out of 5, like you said, averaging 21.5, right? It still seems like a good look. The field goal attempts for him in this case, Jesus. In the last 3, 20, and 18.
Oh, wow. It's taking a lot.
Kind of crazy, no?
Hey, I'm going to hop off just for a quick second. I'm going to give out both the Jimmy and the Jaime Jaquez.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, yeah.
I'll be right back.
You're good, bro. I think Monton's going to jump in eventually. He's at the farmer's market. All right. Let me look at a couple other things then. Do we yet have, I wonder, the bet I was looking for here with our guy Evan Mobley in the first quarter? I don't even know if we're gonna get it. Like, why did all these props disappear? Now they're starting to come back. I mean, and we can't get any Hornets players props. It's tough out here, man. It is tough out here. Let's keep going. If you guys have anything else, I'm gonna jump into the comments here because I'm sure there was a bunch of stuff I missed. We can get a couple more. We should look at Pritch real quick. I did have Pritchard as a bet as well already. It looks like the Franz stuff. It's a little bit shaky for me. I understand wanting to take that, but it's a little bit shaky. The only thing here with Mobley, just to finish that point too, since Rich was bringing it up, 15 plus points. Yeah, like I get it. I like all the points. It's gonna be a good matchup for him with the way that this Charlotte team is going to be out there. The problem becomes for me, how long are they going to be in there? How fast is this going to be a game, right? If you look at the spread in this one at this point, let's go down to Hornets and Cavs. Right, it's actually dropped because the 17.5 is absurd. That's like a crazy football line there, but like, how close is this going to be for the entirety of the game? I truly can't predict that it's going to be close very long. You look at who the Hornets are going to be trotting out. We were just looking at that. There's going to be some Micic, even though he's going to be on a minutes limit. Trey Mann probably will play a lot, and Nick Smith Jr. will probably play a lot, and then Poku. So like, you've got like 5 dudes that are just not even real NBA players that are going to be out there consistently. So the full game stuff scares me. If you can find first quarter 4.5 points for Mobley, I'm just going to put that up right now, even though they took it down a second ago. I did hit that and couldn't get to it. Like, literally, I hit it 10 minutes before the stream started, y'all, I swear. And I still couldn't get the bet out before it moved. But if you get over first quarter points, I mean, I would take that up to about minus 130. And I took it for minus 125 on FanDuel. So I still think it's a good bet at minus 130. I've got a full unit on that as well. So these are the bets that we have up are going to be scrolling. Let me add a couple more as well, since I've got the ones that I had earlier. I have Bobby P under 10.5 rebounds. I got that for minus. I forgot. I believe minus 115. Yeah, I'll put it up. FD. I gave that out in the Discord last night. If you do want to get in there right now, it's still free for the Discord. I would get in there. The link is in the description. It's mostly because we got so many freaking smart people that are coming in and out of there helping me out, to be honest, that it makes me look a lot better. So there's a lot of smart people talking in there. I got Franz on the over for points because of the way he's been shooting against this Bucks team, taking 1 million shots. So I'm going over 20 points. And I got that for what I got that for. I'll put that in here for minus 110 for right now because I didn't take too much juice. Minus 110, that was also only available on FD. And I did hit Peyton Pritchard triple-double, and I hit the double-double as well. I was talking about those earlier on the stream. I'll just give y'all a quick look because I know there's a lot more people in there now. But if you look at the way that the Peyton Pritchard, there's not that much for it, bro. There's really just Peyton Pritchard on the last game of the season last year, triple-double. Last game, 31 and 11 in the 3 quarters that he played in that last game against the Hornets. And now he's playing a Wizards team that's going to be trotting out the same level of quality that the Hornets trotted out last time. So I like that bet a lot. And like I said, the Bobby Portis under 10.5 boards, the Franz Wagner over, those are all streaming on the bottom as well. So let me pull back up to the screen share and see a couple more bets that we can get in from y'all. The stuff scrolling on the bottom, some of it is the stuff we already got in. Some of it is the stuff that we got out. So Oubre, okay. Let's look at this. Let's look at this Philly game real quick, because now we do know a little bit more. I don't think this is, I'm going to refresh my props.cash because now we've got Bobby Portis. Also, for those of y'all that are new, jump in the comments. Let me get some bets from you guys. We'll go over those together. Prop Bomb is in here. He's going to be coming back here in a minute. He has to give some stuff out to the Discord. Also got Monotone Football going to be coming in here and talking about some. He's at the farmer's market right now, but I think I might have convinced him to come into the stream and get this with us. So we're going to have another couple of real smart people in here. I'm not gonna say smart. Well, they're smarter than me. I'll say that. Let's look at that Philly game. I believe what I was trying to see here is, yeah. So we still have Anthony Melton out. We got Joel out, and now we got KJ Martin out as well. So who's going to be starting for that? Let's see. We got the starting lineups out here. I'm trying to. We still don't have the lineup for that Philly officially yet. But if we look at the depth chart here on ESPN.com for a sec. Not the most accurate or up to date, but at least we can see who's likely to play. So, all right, we're pretty much gonna have everybody but Embiid and Melton, right? So, what do we do with that scenario? I kind of like the idea of betting on Maxey, and here's what I was looking at with Maxey in this Philly Brooklyn game. he's at 29.5 now. This is crazy. If y'all got it in last night at 21.5, then that was brilliant, to be honest. But that is no longer a bet, man. 29.5. I mean, against Brooklyn. I'm gonna pull up one of my favorite tools here. This is Courtside Pal. For those of y'all that are new, Courtside Pal is going to be a lot better than just like defense versus position. It's going to be defense versus player profile. And what that does is help you kind of avoid the fact that a lot of dudes are not shooting guards and they're listed as shooting guards, right? A lot of dudes are not point guards, but they're listed as point guards. That doesn't really help us. The player profile stuff is all going to be a shooting profile, scoring profile, playmaking, rebounding, right? So shooting and scoring for points, playmaking, assists, rebounding, rebounds, pretty obvious. So let me put in or Maxey real quick and see how the Nets do against point guards. I know they're better at limiting assists, but they're also not going to have their full range of guys in this game either. Let me pull up that Brooklyn depth chart. We're gonna see some Jacob Gilyard. If y'all didn't know that Jacob Gilyard was on the Nets, now he is. So I mean, Cam Thomas even assists, because we know that Cam Johnson's out. We also don't have any Dennis Schroeder or Dennis Smith Jr. So those might be some looks, but apologies, I interrupted myself. Those of y'all that are new will realize I have a ton of ADD as well. All right, points for Tyrese Maxey against Brooklyn. Yeah, they give it up. Okay. They're 23rd in terms of his shooting profile and the type of shooter that he is. The type of scorer that he is, they're a little bit worse at defending, 15th in that sense. The assists, they're going to probably be pretty good. Yeah, they're 11th at limiting assists because they don't double, right? So you can get a lot of points off the ISO. I want to look real quick at how they are against the pick and roll ball handler. So I'm going to go to teams play type. This is all on NBA Advanced Stats, and the link to every single thing that I'm using is going to be in the description of the video. So definitely check that out as well. I know I'm repeating myself for a lot of y'all, but there's plenty of new people in here, so I want to make sure that's clear. So what I'm looking at in team play type is I want to know pick and roll ball handler stuff, right? Like I know that Maxey's the point guard. I know he's running that type of stuff a lot. And just so you don't think I'm making it up, I'm going to switch this to players for a minute, and I'm going to go to play type for players and look at pick and roll ball handler. I'm on offense. You can also change this to defense, but I'm going to filter this to just the Philadelphia 76ers. So I got Team Philly up here. And if you look at pick and roll ball handler, he's running this 8.5 possessions a game, right? That's a good amount in general. The league leaders are at like 10.5, like Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic. He's pretty good points per possession. The points 8.5, right? So he's doing fine. 7.5 field goal attempts almost per game from this spot. So now I want to know how this Brooklyn squad, how they do in terms of pick and roll ball handler defense. So I'm going to change offensive to defensive. I'm going to go to start with possessions. How many possessions per game are they put in this play? And it looks like Brooklyn doesn't get put in it very much, right? They have a lower frequency with which that they get put in this play. Still actually decent frequency. Points per possession. This is important because it's efficiency, not just total output. So 0.92 is it's bottom 10 in terms of how much the points per possession. And in terms of the points, because they play at a slower pace, they're going to give up slightly fewer points. So they're in the top half in terms of limiting points to the pick and roll ball handler. If we look at what Tyrese has done against them recently on props.cash, head to head, right, hasn't gone over this number except for once, and that was at the end of last season in April. If we look at him without Joel, let's take Joel out of here. He's still not going over against them. On the season, he's gone over under 12 of 33 without Joel because he's at about 26 points per game. Like, this doesn't feel like the moment in time that I would want to take Maxey 29.5. If you got him at 21.5, I think that's a good look, but I can't condone a bet on the over for him to get 30 points in this game. That's a little bit crazy for me. So I'm passing on Maxey for those of y'all that are interested. Let me see if there's a couple more bets in here. Try to keep them to the Eastern Conference if you can, y'all, just so that we can get those going since those are going to come out pretty soon. And then I'm going to be here for a minute, honestly. Like, even if I take a quick break to like pee, we're just going to come back after. So because these Western Conference games aren't even going to be giving us lines right until later. So I know a couple games do, but really, like, look, we only have 5 in this one. Detroit, San Antonio, we got like 4 bets. Utah, we have 2 bets for the Dubs. So there's just not a lot in the Western Conference games yet. At least the books are focused on these Eastern Conference games right now and giving us these bets. So for Philly, though, like, let's see if there's any other way to look at this and play this. All right. I know that Prop On was talking about Noah Clowney. I'm going to let him come on here and talk about that. And he was also talking about Watford. Let me refresh props.cash because this stuff is moving faster than even props.cash can keep up, y'all. I'm going to refresh my other books as well that I have open just in case we can get some love there. Right. But if you are in the comments and you are new, give me jump in there with the bet. As you can see that banner up. What's scrolling on the bottom, if it has a green check, I should be more clear about that. If it has a green check on the bottom, then it's something that we already played. And I put PB next to the bets that he's making here. So looking at Bobby Portis, we got to give him the green check. We got to give Franz Wagner the green check. And I mean, look, I don't have a bet up for Evan Mobley first quarter points because it got taken down right as soon as I hit it, to be honest. I came on like 10 minutes before the stream and tried to hit it, and it just was gone already because that's how fast stuff is moving. But if you do find Evan Mobley first quarter points, I love that bet. If it was at 4.5 earlier, I don't know if we're going to get it now. I just refreshed and I still don't have it. We still don't even have first quarter points for anybody. Oh, we do. We have Craig Porter Jr., Isaac Okoro, Max Strus. I don't know how to. I really don't know what to do with all three of those dudes in the first quarter. The reason I was looking at the first quarter for Mobley and potentially Allen, but definitely Mobley, is because of the fact that this should be a blowout. And I like to go first quarter bets when we've got blowouts that are imminent, right? But what I was looking at is that he does this a lot without Donnie Mitchell in there. So refreshing this to see if there's any other props up. I know Kelly Oubre was a good look at like 21, 22.5. This is the type of stuff that you got to get ahead of, though, because now at 17.5 points, like it just ain't the same. So now we got to do Kelly Oubre. Let me start by going to StatMuse so we can just keep this simple for a minute. Let's look at Kelly Oubre with and without Embiid this season. And most of these games are going to be with Maxey, so it doesn't really matter. Goes up 4 points to the 17. That's right where he's at. Let's see the games that he's actually done that. The rebound, the assists actually go up to 2, which is hilarious because we tried to take him under 2 last time with Joel in there. Then he got hurt. It screwed our whole bet. If we look at the stuff without Joel, I'm going to take Joel out real quick. See the games that he's done this. So if we're looking at points for Kelly, he's played 36 games. He's gone over more than half the time, averaging the 17.4. Even in the last 10, he's still only at 18. And we look at the minutes at 34.5, taking 17 shots. That means dude is not hitting a good percentage, right? Yeah, the field goal percentage is at 40% without Joel on the floor or in the game at all. So there's not as much to like about Kelly Oubre in this one. Let's see how his player profile does real quick against Brooklyn as well, which might not be that accurate with the way that Brooklyn's not playing anybody, but we'll put in Kelly Oubre, the other Kelly O. Look at his stuff. This is Courtside Pal. I know there's a bunch more people in here again, so that all the links are in the video description of the video, and all the final bets will be pinned in the comments on the video on YouTube as well. So definitely want to check that out. Looking at Kelly's shooting profile versus Brooklyn, pretty good, 10th, and the scoring profile 17th. If you look at the dimes. They're not giving up dimes to his 20. They give up the second fewest. The boards, they give up 5. Their 5th most boards to his rebounding profile. If we look at his boards as a starting point, we're getting minus 128 on that as the best number on FanDuel for him to get 6 rebounds. That's a little bit scary. If you look at the games, let's do a sample size of these games where he was playing without Joel, which is like from the 14th of March until the 31st. So I'm going to go back to players on the NBA Advanced Stats page. I'm going to go to tracking. I'm going to go to rebounding. And I'm going to look at just the Philadelphia 76ers. And I'm going to change this to a specific date, which is the 14th of March. This is like a good sample size of when he was playing without Joel Embiid. I'm going to do that to like the 6th of April. All right, so this is like a 3-week span for the rebounding chances for players on the Sixers. He's at 10.5 without Joel, getting 6 boards a game in the 12 games during this like 3 to 4 week span, right? That's not that sexy, to be honest with you, even though he's got a good chance to do it against Brooklyn. If we look at head-to-head without Embiid, he's played them twice this season without him, gotten 6 once and 4 once. At minus 128, that ain't a look, right? The minutes he's played against them this season, at about 33, 34 minutes per game against them in the 2 that he's played without JoJo Embiid against the Nets, it's just not a look, right? That's not going to give me enough of an edge. I'm not even going to run this through the model. So I'm out on what I would have loved to have for Kelly Oubre at if you got it at 12.5, good looks. I know some people in the Discord were talking about this stuff early last night, man. And so that was that was a good look. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like Rico Mooney got him in here with I got 3 a.m. You got to wake up early, man, to get these books because right now they're stuck coming up with stuff late. Bro, I like your bet. You said you got 12.5. or 13.5 points. Yeah, that's a good look, bro. That's a really good look. That's why you get to this stuff early. I like where you're at with that. Let me throw a couple more in here. What do I have scrolling that I know I still need to look at? I'm going to let Prop Bomb talk about Amon Thompson assists when he comes back on here. That's scrolling on the bottom. I know that was a look for him, but he's got to give out some bets to the folks on Discord. I'll have the link to his Discord in the description of the video as well, although I imagine a lot of you are in here because you saw him tweet it. So, all right, let me keep going here and get in the comments because there's a couple more I want to look at that y'all are bringing, all right? We got the regulars in here too, so I appreciate you guys. Let's look at we can look at Jalen Brunson. There, we should look at that Chicago game real quick. While I was in that, I'm gonna get the up next stuff going here. All right, so up next for now, because we know we got Eastern Conference games. I'm gonna throw in. Let's see. I'm gonna keep it to Eastern Conference for now. So I do want to see Brunson. We're talking about under. Maurice is talking about under for Brunson. All right, take a look at that. Jalen B, under 31.5 points. We can take a look at that. Still jumping in these comments to see what y'all got. Yeah, Embiid is out. That's crazy, dude. We got to look for Paolo over. I haven't looked at Paolo yet from G-Bag. Paolo over RA. We can look at that. So this is a couple things we got coming up next. Still jumping those comments, though, if you do have a bet you want to look at, as I always say. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, I was just going over Maxey, so just want to make sure you saw that like 29.5 is now too rich for my blood the way you look at it. I know he's going to need to go off, but it's not like he's got that much of an edge against this Brooklyn squad. So Obi Toppin might be a look. We can put Obi in here in that Pacers game. Got to look at some stuff in there. We got Obi over on the PA, huh? We can look at that. That's interesting to me. And now we got a lot of Cam Thomas looks as well. And I bet some of y'all are enjoying the fact that, or like maybe reveling in the idea that Cam Thomas went way over last game of last season. It was not quite a surprise, but it was a little bit of like a coming out party for Cam, where it was like a bigger stage with everybody paying attention. So that was mad interesting. Let's see. Yeah, so now we could possibly look at Claxton. That scares me a little bit still, but we can look at that. Oh yeah, and then I got to look at TJ McConnell as well. Which game? Yeah, I've got an Obi bet here, so let me put him next to Obi. TJ McConnell, not RJ. TJ McConnell. We can look at him. Is he the best backup point guard of all time? I think he might be. We're gonna look at his stuff, and so I got 5 in there right now. Let's get a couple more. Trying to find these Eastern Conference games, y'all. Just so you know. Yeah, that's true. We're probably gonna have a lot of Knicks fans in here, so be careful fading Jalen Brunson at your own discretion. You got some Beasley looks, got a CJ look in there. All right, I'll take a look at some of these for sure. Which Beasley are we talking about? Let me know which Beasley you mean there, Rich S. Yes, the Knicks are trying to win this game, definitely. And now it looks like the Bulls are trying to win this game, which is crazy. So let's look at that. But this alert came out. I would definitely follow Underdog NBA on Twitter as a really good way to get alerts for lineups and injuries. Like, obviously, this is a tire fire with the way that these injury reports are coming out right now. So I'm trying to scroll down to show you the update that said the Chicago Bulls are playing all of their players. Why? So lineup alert, DeMar, Vooch, Caruso will play normal minutes Sunday per Donovan. Like, they don't have anything to play for, fam. That makes absolutely no sense. If I go to the NBA standings real quick, Chicago's locked in. They're 9. They're not moving from 9 either way. So I don't understand why they're doing it. Now, there was an interesting point that Prop Bomb brought up, which is they want DeMar DeRozan to get the most minutes on the season, which is a thing that he can now get if he plays enough in this one. So it's wild to me that they're getting dudes in there for the full time in the Chicago-New York game. That spread is still really, really high? Because it was Knicks. Okay, so now it's at 12.5, right? And 13.5 as it keeps moving down. I doubt that there's any. So minus 13. I mean, plus 13 for the Bulls still makes sense if they're going to have all their players. I don't know what we're talking about here. If I bring up the recent box scores, Knicks versus Bulls this season. Okay, yeah, they did get smacked last game. They lost by 11 here. That's still not this 12.5, but in this game where they lost by 16 this last game, right? This was a big. Vooch didn't play. This was a huge revenge game for the Knicks, who just lost to them on no. And they still had Jay Randall. So yeah, this is January 3rd. This is a completely different game. So in the last couple, they have obviously not gone over the spread here against this Bulls team. I expect it to be a lot closer than the 13.5 if they're playing all their dudes. What do we do with that in terms of the props now? We're still getting props coming up. Let me go right to DraftKings to see what I can do with the if they're pulling that stuff up faster. All right, so we got a good amount of bets here that still aren't up now that the books feel comfortable giving these lines now that we know these dudes are playing full minutes. Interestingly, Kobe White's at 14.5 points, and Kobe White is not named as a dude that's playing normal minutes for the Bulls today. So this is, you really got to try to guesstimate correctly here. I'm not gonna lie, like it's a little bit tough to try to figure out, okay, well, who is going to play and not play normal minutes. So it might be a better idea to try to focus on these Knicks players props rather than worry about the stuff coming in for those Bulls players. One thing I do want to look at real quick is not in this game. I apologize for the ADD, but one of my favorite bets would be Luke Cornett rebounds if we can get his props, but he kept having his props taken down. Now they're at 8.5. That's wild, dog. They were much lower. I was really liking the idea of Luke Cornett rebounds at like 4.5, and then they just blew him up to 8.5. So I think those dudes are going to play normal minutes though, and I'm going to stay away from that game for a minute and wait for Prop Bomb to come back. I'll be honest with you, and just be like, help. But Kobe White's not named in that yet. He's at 14.5 points. So how many minutes do we think he's going to play? I would love to take an under, bro. Yeah, I'm going to be here all day, fam. Don't even worry, Mike. I don't need to handcuff myself because then I can't use the keys. But yeah, I'm with you, bro. We're here in the long haul. So try to keep it to the Eastern Conference games as you throw bets in there. Let me change the music up for y'all. Like I was saying, it's tough for me to hone in on what the Bulls are going to do. Even if they play those dudes normal minutes, I mean, they could play 25, and that would be normal minutes for a lot of players. Let's see about the points here. We were looking at Jalen Brunson, so I'll kick it off there. Looking at Jalen Brunson points in this matchup, it's tough because JB kind of supersedes any of the metrics that we'll look up. Now, I can tell you right now, the Bulls are a lot better at limiting points to opposing point guards. They give up a ton of assists to opposing point guards. So I'm going to put Jalen Brunson in here. And I will show you one more thing. I do still sometimes like to use FanDuel Fantasy Pros. This is defense versus position, which is not defense versus player profile like we have on Courtside Pal. But, and this link is also in the description of the video, but sometimes it's a nice starting point to at least go like, all right, well, let's just look at the dudes that they consider point guards and how they're doing against them. If you look at points on the season, the Bulls give up the 4th fewest points to point guards. If you look at assists, they give up the 7th most assists to point guards, right? So that's going to be for a couple of reasons, and that at least paints a picture for us for like, well, we can dive into why that is. That's a good starting point. Why that is because Alex Caruso plays crazy overbearing defense, right? He's like over pressing as much as he can, gambling on steals, and so as a result, there's a lot of assists available against this Bulls team, and a lot of threes, by the way, that are available. So shooting guards, helps tell the story, actually score a lot against the Bulls, right? They scored for Chicago, which is seen as a good defense. Well, they did. Damn. Okay, I guess not as much. They're still playing that press defense, and they're getting the ball out of the point guard's hands. So I guess that's not quite as good of a look. But looking at his points right now against Chicago, as a shooter, they are going to limit him to the 19th fewest points. His shooting profile, his scoring profile, right? They're tops in the league. Like when it's red like this and says 30th, it means you do not want to take that dude's prop. If we look at assists for JB, they're giving up the 7th most assists to his playmaking profile. So let's just see right quick. The 31.5 points, it's terrifying to take it under for 31.5 points for a dude who's playing 37 minutes a game over his last 10, shooting 26 shots. That is absurd. I mean, there's no way that there's another dude in the league right now. Let me pull up a third tab here. There's no way there's another dude in the league right now taking as many shots as Jalen Brunson. Even Cam Thomas, who I know y'all want to talk about. If I look at the last 10 games for players on traditional, and I look at field goal, first of all, he's leading the league in points at 36.5 over his last 10. He's at 26 shots per game. I guess Cade, in far fewer games, has taken 26, but even Luka's at 22 over these last 10 that he actually played, right? So that's crazy to me. It's terrifying. Like 26 shots on 50%, that's 26 already right there. So I understand that that's scary, but if you add a couple extra points for the threes, he's at like 29. 8 free throw attempts, right? That gets you to 35, 36. It's a no from me, honestly. Like, there's no way that I would go under on Jalen Brunson's points, regardless of who he's playing. Head to head, I guess he's gone under except for this year. Now, without Julius Randle, right, this number changes because you look at the shots in the last 2 versus his team, 28 and 24. He took 22 earlier in the year, and that was with Jay Randall, so it's a little bit different. But the assists for him, now this is what he's gone. This makes sense, right? Now he's done this, and this is what our numbers just told us, is that point guards go over in their assists when they take on the Bulls, and that's been the case for him. I want to look at potential assists because that's crucial, right? So I look at potentials, and in the last 3 that he's played this season against them, 19, 19, and 12. So if we actually just dumb this to the 23-24 season, I can't do that, my bad. But if I just look at the last 3, I get 38 and 50 divided by 3 is what? I don't want to do math right now. 16 and a half this season. So 16 and a half potentials to get 8 assists. Wow, for plus money. Is that accurate? Let me look at the book directly and go to player assists. Even money. So that is probably right. I'm going to also pull up this prop finder tool. Works a little bit better than the one. This is from thelines.com, who I contribute to with daily videos and written content. But I'm looking at Brunson assists here because this usually is a little faster. Now it looks like it's at 30. You can get 30 and a half if you want the over on a few other books. But yeah, if you're looking at the under, obviously you want to take that 31 and a half. For the assists, it looks like BetMGM is plus 115 still. Caesars is hanging a plus 112 for him to get 8 dimes, something he's done in his last 4 and his last 3 this season against them. If you look at the last 10, I mean, he's still diming up. We got OG back in the lineup, which is always helpful for his dimes because that's a spot up shooter in the corner. Let's do with OG, which is not giving me the opportunity because of whatever reason. Let me look at Brunson real quick. Brunson with and without OG Anunoby. Let's do last 30 games because I'm pretty sure Jay Randall's missed all those games. I don't want him in there with the sample size. No, it's the same amount of assists. It's not going to be a direct correlation with and without OG. But I will say I do see one with OG helping out with those assists. So the potentials here in the last 10, like we said, 15 to get 8. That's a little bit scarier. Against this team, you get them good, though. I would say the assist for Brunson or the play before I would go for the points. And if you're taking points, I would never recommend taking an under on anyone's points who's taking 26 field goal attempts per game. That is absolutely bonkers. All right. Keep it moving in this game, though. For a couple other looks, if we can find them. I would, like I said, I know Kobe White's points are at a really low number. That is it's dropping. So people are hitting the under, I would imagine, for Kobe White because of the fact that he was not listed on the report as someone who's going to play normal minutes today. So you can't necessarily trust Kobe White. And it looks like some people are trying to be sharp about it and go under on his points here. Is Javonte Green playing? Because Javonte Green has been a look. Shout out my guy Free Sauce who brought that to our attention not that long ago, that Javonte Green's been hooping. But I don't know if we're going to see this on Props.cash and be able to look at his stuff. Let's see if I just put Javonte in here real quick. Javonte Green let's do last 5 games. I think he's at least gotten minutes in a couple of them. Yeah, so he's played at least 22, 26, right? He's gotten more minutes than normal in these last 5. And that's clearly because this Bulls team has been sitting a lot of dudes. And even if some players play normal minutes, you got to expect Javonte to get in there. So at 7.5 points, this is something he's gone over in his last 5, averaging 28 minutes per game. I think we got to go back to Javonte. Let's see if he's got his props up on Props.cash because then we can look at him closely. Come on, fam. This is why you're going to drive me to Outlier, honestly. And y'all know how not. Let's see if Outlier has it on here. I know. Bro, where's my Outlier subscription? What's it? Outlier something. I just cleared my cache. That was so dumb. Outlier, yeah, betting tool. Outlier.bet. My bad. I look stupid. But I can just log in. All right. Let's see if they've got it. All right. I'm not doing it on Outlier. I'm not even logged in right now. All right. So I can't find Javonte, but I can tell you that he's taking 10 shots in this game. Let's see. Last 5 games with DeMar DeRozan, because DeMar missed one of those games. It was against Washington when he went off. That was another great look. So with DeMar DeRozan, last 5 games, he's still, when he's gotten minutes, right? And he's gotten minutes in these last 4 with DeMar. Only 16 in this one. But the last 4 games, let's do the last 4 because that's when he started getting his minutes increased. I think we got to go with it. He's at 29 minutes a game. He's at 15 points a game. He's taking 8.8 shots. So 9 shots to get 8 points. He needs to go like 4 of 9. Yeah, dog. Like, and he's shooting most of his shots close to the basket. Let me see real quick. I'm gonna put him on Props Madness and see if that happens. Shout out Pip. For those of y'all that know Pips, I would definitely be following him on Twitter. He's also got a great YouTube show, and he put this website together that is getting better every day. I'm looking at Chicago, New York, and why I like this for points. Yes, see, Pips is pulling stuff through. Do better, Props.cash. All right, so we've got his last 9 games here, but let's dumb this down to the last 4. Where he's gotten hella minutes, or 5 rather. Sorry. So last 5, he's gotten good minutes. And what we see for Javonte Green here, why I like this is because you can see it's not giving it to us. Well, let's see the opponent defense. Looking at the Knicks D, you want to shoot from the corners. A little bit worse right next to the basket than they are in the non-restricted paint area right here, right? And then pretty bad defending the mid-range as well. So I got to go to players real quick, and I got to go to shooting and look at the Bulls players shooting because I can see where they're shooting from. So I'm going to change shooting to by zone. I'm going to advanced filter this to just the Bulls. This is all NBA advanced stats. And I'm going to hit get stats and look at where Javonte's shooting. I actually have to do the last 4 games. My bad. I got last 10 here. I'm going to do last 4 since his minutes started going up. All right. Javonte, field goal attempts right around the rim. Yeah, he's taking 4 right around the rim. In the restricted area, non-RA, only 1.1. Mid-range, a couple mid-range as well. How many threes? Yeah, that's Javon Carter, not Javonte Green. Okay, so how about the corners? Yes, king. That is what I'm talking about because of what I showed you here on Props Madness. Javonte Green is taking the most shots from the corner of any Bulls player. If you look at where the Knicks are most vulnerable, 27th in limiting points to the corner over on this side, 22nd in limiting corner threes on this side. That's where Javonte Green's taking his points from. What is his 3-point prop at, and has he been hitting that at all? The threes that he's taking, he's only taking 2.3, so it's probably like pretty good juice for him to make 1 3. Let's look at Javonte real quick. Yeah, half a 3 is even money, but I think you just go for the points. But I do like the fact that he's shooting from the spots where this Knicks team is most vulnerable. If we can't look at his tendencies, which is annoying because the other great thing about Props Madness when you've got enough data is you can see the play type stuff, right? And Javonte is not necessarily going to be having plays run for him, but I think he's what we call blowout proof, right? The reason he's been playing lately is because of those numbers. So I'm taking Javonte the points. I'm good on that at this point. The Javonte points on, let's put him in this tool right here. I'm going to put him in the prop finder tool to find the best number on all these books. And I'm going to send a text so I can put a fucking bet down. All right, yeah, this is getting juiced way down. We got to hit this immediately. On over here on DraftKings, it's already down to minus 135. It looks like that's the best number that we're going to get because I don't. Yeah, oh no, I have a Bet365 account. That's right. All right, we're going to put that in on Bet365. So that's going to be scrolling on the bottom as well. Make sure you check that out for all these bets. Everything that has a green check mark next to it is going to be good to go. All right, so I'm putting in Javonte Green over 7.5 points. I feel strongly that that prop bomb is going to agree with me. I'm taking that for minus 135, and I'm putting a half a unit on it on DK. All right, 0.5 U with Javonte. And yet, like I said, we're doing Eastern Conference mostly right now, but we're going to get the Western Conference games here because I'll be here all day, bro. I don't really have anything going on. I'm going to have to get myself a snack. But I'm also looking at Monotone football coming on. So for those of y'all that know Monotone, pretty excited to sort of guilt him into coming onto the stream. My bad. I should have had this up for you guys as well. This is what we've been looking at. I'm going to take JB off of here. If you see a hand emoji up next to something, it means it's a pass. I'm passing on it. I'm good. I still need to look at his stuff, but I do have Javonte Green in here. All right, cool. So this is what's coming up next. What's scrolling on the bottom is what we've got in already. And PB has got that first bet there with Jimmy Butler under 19.5 points. Pretty correlated to Jaime Jaquez to go over his points. I'm going to grill PB on that when he comes back. All right, let me see if there's anything else for this Knicks game. I was also looking at Dante DiVincenzo. Yeah, that's true. Luckily, I'm not going to put like $5,000 on Javonte Green this game, Mike, but it's a good look for 365. But yeah, let's see. What's that? I mean, if you're having trouble getting bets in, fam, I understand. It's things are falling and coming up and falling all over the place, and it's nuts right now. So it's a little bit helter skelter, but I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, obviously, you're the homie that threw the Javonte look at my way in the first place, bro. So like, we're going right back to it with the usage, and I think it's just a good situation where Javonte is gonna be getting minutes, even if this does turn into a blowout or players sit for this Knicks squad. Other thing I was looking at was DDV, Dante DiVincenzo. He was at 16.5 points, but everything got bet up. If you can still get a 16.5 on BetMGM or Caesars, I would take that. If we look at DDV, the only problem with him is that there is a bit of a correlation to his stuff with OG in. I'm going to look at that real quick. If you look at Dante DiVincenzo with and without Anunoby last 30 games, which I bet there's a lot of them without him. But with him, 16. Yeah, see, he does go up 5 points. So this is something else I can show you. The reason that Dante goes down when OG is in is because they do similar stuff. I'm going to go to player play type. And I happen to know this. So if you are in the Discord, you get these cheat sheets where I've got this stuff already laid out for you. So it's a nice, easy starting point, and you can see what you're doing. But what I'm looking at here is like spot up shooters, because I happen to know, oh, we got these games starting. All right. But I happen to know that the spot up shooter stuff is where you're going to see DDV, right? So if you look at spot up offensive and you filter this to the Knicks once more, NYK, right? He's doing it 5.2 times per game, and so is OG, right? RJ is obviously not on the team anymore, but if you look at both these dudes, for OG and Dante DiVincenzo, they both shoot the same style of play. They're both waiting for Jalen Brunson to just dime them up as they stand out there and wait to catch and shoot. DDV's got a 1 more point per game than OG, but he cuts into it. That's why there is a legit discrepancy between Dante DiVincenzo's points. Field goal attempts, he gets 4 more field goal attempts. 4 more field goal attempts when OG Anunoby sits since he came to the team. And a lot of this is, all of this actually is without Julius Randle, who has missed 30 games in a row now for this Knicks squad. So I can't, that keeps scaring me, to be honest. That's why I keep not pulling the trigger on Dante DiVincenzo. If we look at his stuff, let's look at Dante versus this Bulls squad. This is Courtside Pal for the new folks in the chat. Definitely want to use this to look at player profile and his type versus the team rank. A little bit better than just position versus team rank, but both of these links are in the description of the video, so check those out when you can. The points for DDV, this is his shooting profile, right? So his shooting profile, okay, yeah, that's true. They're not very good against spot up, I guess, because they pressure the hell out of the ball. So Chicago gives up the 7th most points to his shooting profile, the 6th most points to his scoring profile. If we look at that real quick, let's look at him on Props Madness, because we'll have a good amount of data to use with Dante here. So for Dante, this is where the opponent defense is weakest, above the break and in the corners. They are terrible 3-point defense. I believe they give up the 3rd most threes in the league. You look at where Dante's shooting from, it's 50% above the break. And mostly, honestly, it's like right here on this right wing. That's like a ton of his shots is on this right wing for DiVincenzo. What's he done against his team recently? Head-to-head, yeah, 1 game over, and that was the last one. I bet he made a ton of threes there. He only made 3 threes and still got his points. Wow, that's impressive. If we look at the opponent defense again, yeah, so it's the 3-pointers that they're going to be giving up a bulk of that too, and that's where he shoots from. So let me look at their defense catch and shoot real quick. So I'm going to teams play type, and I'm going to change this to spot up stuff, which is basically catch and shoot, right? And I can change offensive to defensive. So now I'm looking at how Chicago defends spot ups. The amount of possessions per game that they're put in that is 30. Because what they do is, like I said, they over pressure the ball, and that leaves dudes open on the spot up. So this is happening against them. The 4th highest frequency. They're giving up the top 10, their bottom 10 in terms of points per possession, which means that they give up the 5th most points per game to spot ups, 32 a game to spot ups. We just deduced that he's scoring about 7 off of the spot up stuff. I mean, both of these dudes could be a good bet, to be honest, between OG and Dante DiVincenzo. Let me pull up DiVincenzo threes at minus 142, though. 4.5 on DraftKings for him to hit 5, but he has not hit 5 against this team this season. How many threes is he taking against them? Wow, he's only played 28 minutes too. That dates back to last season. This season, he's playing about 30 minutes per game versus this Bull squad. So 30 to 32, taking threes, taking 9, 7, and 8. So taking 8 threes a game to hit 5, you're crazy, dog. You're crazy. To hit 5 against this team, you're insane. In the last 10, let's do last 5 because we've had OG back. Nah, dog. Nah. I mean, the 4 on 8 attempts isn't crazy, but he's at 8 attempts in his last 5 with OG back. That was 11 against Milwaukee. That was a little bit of a revenge game for him, too. Nah, dog. He's an under. Let me do. I can't do with OG. This is stupid. Don't have enough data with OG, but like we were looking at here, the 3-point attempts go from 9 to 12 without OG. So even if he gets 9 with OG, he's making 3.5 of them, right? Like, let's do Dante DiVincenzo with OG Anunoby this season, because I think we got an under here. Honestly, I know that. I know the Bulls what they give up, but he's not even taking the shots. He's averaging 8 per game with him this season. He's hit. Let's see. He's hit 8.55. So he's hit 4 a few times. But look at for the majority of the time he's going under. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times out of these. How many games do we say? How many games is this? 22 games, right? So he's under 4 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's under 4 in 16 of 22 with OG this season. Like, say what you want. He cuts into his field goal attempts. There's no question. He cuts into the threes. He went 8 for 11 against Milwaukee the other day, which is a terrible 3-point defense. But so is this Bulls defense. So I understand that. I think under 4.5 is not a bad play, even at minus 166. Let me put Dante in here real quick. I know I'm taking a while, but like I feel like I'm onto something with an under for Dante DiVincenzo, to be honest. I'm not sure if y'all are with me on that. Let's see, for the threes made. No, it's still only pulling through 3.5. Does DraftKings have this updated to 4.5? 3.5. Damn, dog. Yeah, so you still can't get 4.5 there. But I do want to welcome my boy. What's up, Monotone? How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for the invitation. I appreciate it.
Dude, thanks for. I know we interrupted your farmers market hangout, so I apologize about that because I love a good farmers market. But appreciate you jumping on at short notice, man. It's good of you. Have you had a sec to look at some NBA stuff yet?
Yeah, I just got done firing off a couple Wizards props. For anyone that is not familiar with me, I'm a huge Wizards fan. That's kind of been my thing. Yeah, over these last couple of years. So getting all these role players, all these random guys, there's still a lot of stuff out there available right now. If you're looking to live bet, I got a bunch of Wizards stuff in that one.
Dope. Yeah. What do you got going in that one? And we can see if there's anything to live bet, like you were saying.
I'll start with the ugliest one first. I got Johnny Davis to knock down a 3 in that one. Just one single 3. You guys remember that video? It was the ugliest 3 you've seen of the year. You remember that? It went viral earlier. He hit 2 threes in that game. In that game, that it went viral, right? Like, the guy's terrible. I bet against him all the time. He's going to get 3 to 4 wide open threes in this game, playing more minutes than he's probably played all year long. So defenses, leave him wide open. Let's keep taking those shots, even though they're very, very ugly.
Yep, I love it. I'm gonna put that in here. Over 0.5 3 p.m. for Johnny. Yeah, it might have gone too far as like he's a joke in the league. Like that's not quite fair. So. Hold up. I got to get PB back in here as well. Let me update my layouts. But I'm putting Johnny Davis over a half 3 made on there as well with Monotone's name next to it. But you might have to live bet that one at this point too, right? So,
yeah, I believe that game's just kicking off.
Time is flying. We got a lot of people in here though, so appreciate you guys being in there. Bottom line is updated. I'm going to update this layout, but you want to hit us with one more while you're at it?
Yeah, sure. I fired off Patrick Baldwin Jr. over 7.5 rebounds as well. He's probably going to play like 36, 37 minutes in this game, right? This is a guy that he just saw over 40 in the last one. I've been very interested into his development all year long. He was pretty solid in the summer league. The shot has never fallen. He's a guy they want to get a look at. And when you look at the other forward depth, besides Denny Advia, who's going to be playing point guard in this game, there's nothing, right? And so there's no center depth. They just got Vucevic over from Europe, and guess what? He's out this game. That was his only competition. So I expect another double-double in this one for Patrick Baldwin Jr. if you want to get a little plus money as well.
Yeah, PBJ, man. I know he came over from the Dubs, and then actually is now like actually getting time, which is pretty good for him. But like, yeah, if this was any other day, I'd be like, obviously, we're never going to talk about Patrick Baldwin Jr. But yeah, this is that might be a pretty good look for him as well. I like that. Let me just make sure I got trio screen share. I'm gonna update this so we can get PB back in here when he's ready. Cool. All right, the Patrick Baldwin Jr. one. Let's see if what stuff is live looking like right now as well. I don't know if he's seen the floor yet. I would imagine, but
I think he should be starting. If
he started. Okay, cool. So we got him at he's at what did you give him out at?
7.5 right now.
Oh,
Or
wow.
I gave him out at 7.5. What's he at right now?
Jesus, he's at 12.5.
Well, he has 2 already in the first quarter. So I guess that's kind of crazy, though. I guess they really don't want to get beat on these live props this year.
Seriously, I mean, this is like maybe the most popular live betting day in the NBA, to be honest, because you can bank on some stuff. Like, I know that like what's his name, like all these Bulls players are supposed to play normal minutes, like what Billy Donovan said, but it's like, really, like you have nothing to play for, so maybe there's some live betting opportunities there when that happens.
Well, and did you see the lines? It was 16.5 for DeRozan. Like, I know it's OG on the other side, and what, Kobe White 13.5 after playing all game. They're like begging you, right? It's weird.
100%. They're really asking for it, and that's the Kobe White thing is like, well, he wasn't listed as a dude who's going to play normal minutes. Like right here on Underdog NBA, it says that, right? So yeah, I was already cautioning people against Kobe White, being like, look, like it's at 14.5 for a reason, and some people I think actually tried to outsmart it and take the under as well, and it dropped to like 13.5. So yeah, I would be cautious there. If we look at so far the starts of this game, we got 2 from Javonte. I tried to give that out early enough. I just sent a text. I mean, I shouldn't say this on air, but I just sent a text to somebody about it so that maybe we can get it down together. But yeah, Kobe's taking 1 shot. DeMar's at 2. What are we doing on the Knicks side here? OG, we do got a 3 from Dante already. So if you did want to take that, but I was looking at under for him because like with OG in, he takes such fewer threes. I couldn't do it though because this Bulls team gives up like the second most threes in the league. So before I keep grabbing some comments for bets, or while I add a few more, do you want to throw one more out there because it's super helpful to me to be able to type stuff in while you're going.
Sure, I'll do Nick Smith Jr. over 13.5 points.
Yeah,
it's a little steeper than I wanted, but this was going to be one I was going to play no matter what. You already saw the Micic news about him being very limited. Bryce McGowan's is like a 0% offensive usage player, good distributor, but really not much there. And Nick Smith Jr. has been a top-rated bucket getter since high school, right? Huge prospect. I'm kind of mad he hasn't gotten an opportunity. It reminds me of the same Cam Thomas kind of path where people blame him for empty calories, blah, blah, blah. But I do like the scoring in this one. I see it's 13.5 still. I'm guessing he hasn't touched the floor yet, but I think that should be a good look.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was waiting on Nick Smith, but that was some of the problem with being in the stream was like these bets weren't coming out until I like already got started. So yeah, most of these games are started, so it's kind of tough to give stuff out for the Eastern Conference games. It does seem like it's a good time to move to the Western Conference. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at any of that stuff yet, but happy to let you kick it off real quick.
Yeah, I don't have any full game bets. I have Laravia to have a steal in that one, but I have it parlayed with OG to have a steal, which started a little bit earlier as well. So for me, I don't have any full game bets locked in these later ones yet, but I will say, I don't know about you. I mean, I know it's kind of popular now, but the Bradley Beal stuff does seem pretty tempting, obviously, with we need to get you more involved. If your teammates are all saying it to you, and then the proof has been in the pudding so far, he's actually been aggressive. So to me, that one does kind of stick out.
Yep, and there were people asking me to look at that. Can you elaborate on the Brad Beal bet yet and tell us what you're looking at? Because there was people in the chat that definitely wanted to take a look at that.
Yeah, sure, 100%. I mean, one of the biggest things, first, if you just look at his game logs, right, you're going to be a little bit disappointed, right? I mean, the first part of the year with the big three has not gone according to plan. But over these last couple of days, there's a very notable Kevin Durant quote. That was the biggest one, I think, that got people kicked off right there. And it was that, hey, we need you to be more involved, right? We need this to be the big three, not the big two. And since then, his minutes are still very, consistent in that 34 as a minimum. But we've seen now 19, 13, 17, 13 field goal attempts. He's back at it. And when you look at this defense on the other side, it's a very drop-heavy defense. It's going to leave that pull-up mid-range area very available. And as someone that's watched Bradley Beal a lot, that is where he's most comfortable, right?
Right. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, because I bet on Brad Beal twice this season. I was wrong in both of them. But now I'm realizing you watched him play. Like you've got a little bit more of a feel on what Brad Beal is going to do. So what's his points at right now? Let's get into some Western Conference stuff.
I know it was 15 last night. I'm guessing it's 15.5 right now.
Yeah.
Oh wow! At plus money.
That's same plus 15.5 looks like it's available on DraftKings. Sometimes Props.Cash has been struggling to keep up as these bets get made and put around, dude. it's been wild to watch stuff come up and down. If we look at points for Brad Beal, yeah, he's at 15.5 on DK. I do think on FanDuel you can pull up. Let me see if I just put Brad Beal on this prop finder. It's a little bit faster usually. Bradley. So yeah, 16.5 is plus money on FanDuel. Everywhere else it hasn't tipped over yet, and you can still get like a minus 110 at 15.5.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good edge there, honestly, between either of those bets. Seems fair with there's not much of a hold there. Yeah, so you're looking at basically like where he scores versus where Minnesota's weakest, essentially.
Yeah, I think combine that with a very safe floor of points, right, in general, and the fact that the spot-up volume isn't spectacular necessarily, but he's very efficient in that spot-up volume. Even 1.5 threes is minus 110. I don't know if I want 1.5, but I'd rather go 3 or 4 at a very nice plus money price and drop that down to a quarter unit, something like that, because he's not going to take 8 threes in this game most likely, but I do expect him to be pretty efficient in the spot up opportunities he does get.
Yeah, no, that's a good look. The threes in the last 10, he's at about 4.5, but to your point, he's shooting at 53% clip because he's usually like the third dude, the outlet. Once KD and Booker are just have 3 to 4 dudes on them combined. Right now, we're talking about Brad Beal getting some pretty good looks. Obviously, you're not going to find much in the way of like Minnesota's defense data that's going to be like, here's where they're vulnerable because they're not.
Exactly.
Right. But there is something to the idea that players like Brad Beal. Have you seen Props Madness yet? Have you used this tool from Pips? Yeah, I figured.
Not super deep as much as you guys, obviously, but it looks awesome so far. Huge fan of what they're doing. So
yeah.
that is great stuff, 100%. I'm not in the weeds yet like you guys as much.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that, but it takes a little bit of like, playing around with it for sure. But like this is for sure one of the more valuable things right here because you can see play type. Brad Beal's spotting up. Obviously, third best against a spot up for Minnesota. They're really good, but like I said, you're not going to find anything except for PNR ball handler as the pick and roll ball handler. They are bottom 10, so at least you got that. They're not good at dribble handoffs. It's not a thing they run that much, so it's not going to help us too much looking at like how he does against. But let me put him in Courtside Pal. This is a really helpful tool as well that I've been using. Let me see if there's anything to that his scoring versus this Minnesota squad. Just so I can do a little bit of my own due diligence. But yeah, once again, like Minnesota is just going to be a top 10 team. So this is like team defense versus player profile and their tendencies, which is the same dude who does the right? What up, PB? Good to be back, bro.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, had very hectic last 30 minutes. I had to focus.
Can you
put my head down, focus.
A little bit about what you had going on?
Yeah, I guess I can. I could tell the crowd what I gave out. So since I kind of went off camera, I put out Trendon Watford on the Brooklyn Nets over 13.5 points. There's just certain players that are cash cows that you kind of just have to keep rolling with. He's won me like 4 straight props. This is a guy that's just motivated, a guy that's safe to play 35 or 30 plus minutes without any need. He's just kind of competing for a roster spot next season. So I like his over 13.5. I also played the Jimmy and the Jaime, and then I played Jared. I'm surprised you didn't mention him, Mono. Jared Butler. Yeah. Jared Butler over. I did points and assists. I kind of wanted to do the 6.5 assists, but the plus odds tripped me up. But I just did over 18.5 points assists. I think it's a bit of a low line. The books are reacting that he's not starting, but he still plays a meaningful role whenever he checks in. And I wanted to take Jordan Walsh. Like that line never became available. Poku never became available.
It's a damn shame we can't get Poku props. Got to be one of the more fun.
Actually, I think it was. I think it was like 11.5 points.
Oh yeah, now it's live. So there's some live stuff still available. I'm not as privy right now to what the what players are doing as these games are playing, but yeah, I think Poku was a good look. I think we might need to start moving on to the Western Conference. There was so much to look at. Probably should have started the stream like an hour earlier, even, to be honest with you. But
yeah, we probably should start talking about that because these games are now live. So.
Yeah, exactly. So we were on to some Phoenix, Minnesota stuff. Monotone was into the Brad Beal bet on the over points. And I think, I know you both do a really good job of like monitoring what is being said in the news, right? And so that seems to be a big part of this was that KD was somewhat subtweeting him, right, and being like, we need everybody. It can't just be the Book and KD show. So now there's some people jumping to Brad Beal to say like he's going to get over his points. How do you feel about that at 16.5 for plus money versus 15.5 for eating some juice there, prop on?
Yeah, I think it's a fair line for him, just factoring in the defense that he's about to face and it being like a must-win game for both teams. Probably a lower scoring game than normal. Yeah. But I'm hearing it too, like off the scenes. Players are just telling him to be more aggressive, whether that be Isaiah Thomas, who doesn't play minutes but is a voice on that team, a veteran leadership voice. They're telling him that although he needs to be more of a playmaker, but they wanted to still be the Bradley Beal that was on the Wizards. So and the Suns are fighting for a spot. The Beal, Booker, and Durant are all playing 35 plus minutes, and if McDaniels is going to be probably on both Durant and Booker, Beal probably gets some easier coverages, so he could maybe exploit that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm going to pull this up while we're talking about it. The box score from the last couple games that these teams have played. I want to see a little bit more about the matchup stuff if we can for Brad Beal. But any other spots that you guys would be looking at in this one, in that Minnesota and Phoenix game, knowing they both need that game, obviously?
Another one that actually I'm trying to get him to come on here. Pips NBA, shout out him.
Let him, if he's available, man, pass him that link for sure.
He reached out to me. We chat on WhatsApp because I believe he lives in Croatia.
Yeah.
So he liked Karl Anthony Towns over 3.5 first quarter points. I think that's kind of a low line too.
Okay.
What do you think about that, Mono?
I don't like that there's competition in the first quarter market. I liked when it was just me. But besides that, I guess my only concern is just when a guy comes back at first, the rotations can always be a little bit trickier. Do you have how many minutes he played in the last game? Because for me, obviously,
8.6.
Let me check that out.
He's at 8.5 minutes in the last game back in the first.
That's
quarter.
Good. That's solid.
It's a good amount in the first.
Yeah, I would say 8 in a must-win game. 8's probably a fairly safe floor with probably the upside to play 10. Yeah, right. I think it's pretty tempting, to be honest. I assume he's going to get around 4 to 5 field goal attempts, likely one of them to be a 3 as well, which is always nice right here. The coverage should be a little softer with him not necessarily being the focus of attention, right? You always want to beg Karl Anthony Towns to beat you rather than Anthony Edwards to beat you. So that does seem like a very good look.
And then there's also a height advantage too. Who do the Suns have as their power forward? Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I think he'll see a lot of mismatches just overall in this game.
Yeah. Let me try to actually go back to the game where we had Cat in. That was on November 15th when these teams played. Let's see if anybody missed that game other than him. So it was pretty much a full lineup for the Timberwolves. Looks like maybe Brad Beal was missing in this one. Yeah, so Brad Beal missed time at the beginning, but that was it. So that doesn't really affect Cat. If we look at the matchups in this one, I'm going to put Cat on offense real quick and see who was guarding him. So KD was guarding him, like you said.
Oh, okay.
That is not a good matchup for KD, to be honest. Once he gets down low, he was 5 for 8 in the game there when KD was guarding him. So,
okay, nice.
That is a pretty good look. What did he do in that last one? He had the 10 field goal attempts, 13 points. So he's the first quarter stuff. It's at 4.5 now. Is that because he took 3 shots in the first game back in the first quarter? 4.5 with 3 shots is a little bit rich for my blood, but it depends on what you think he's going to do early in this game in general.
And what do you have a season field goal average around that 8-minute mark? Is it normally? I would assume it's probably around 4. 4 to 5.
4.4. Yep.
Yeah. So
he's averaging 9 on the season in those games, and he's at 4.4 shots. To your point, yeah.
For me, it's always field goal attempts. If you're looking at the first quarter, it's always field goal attempts. You can actually block out the points. I don't even care how many points they score, to be completely honest, And then 3-point attempts can be the cherry on top. A guy I've been betting who's very random on Detroit, Metu, the power forward.
Yeah, I bet on him too.
Ugh. Yeah, he's taking 2 threes a first quarter. I have no clue why, but it's awesome for the betting. His number's at 2.5 at plus money. So it's these random guys. You got to look at the volume for sure.
Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna throw Cat. I need to get that back up. I'm gonna put Cat over 4.5. 1Q points for now. I'm not putting the
4.5. It was 3.5. Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
it's up to 4.5 now. Let me make sure props.cash isn't doing its
Yeah, that again, that's a Pips play. That's going to shout out to him.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm happy to give out other smart people's plays on here. I mean, he created the damn tool that I'm now using consistently, so got to be doing something right. If we go down to first quarter points on DK as a start, and we're looking for Carl Towns. Let me get first quarter real quick. First quarter for Cat. Okay, you can still get 3.5 for minus 145. So it's probably getting bet up a bit.
Oh my God, minus 145. Wow.
Yeah, you got to eat some juice on that. But 3.5, if you don't mind drinking it, is a pretty good look, I would say, for the points. If he's taking 4 shots, now it's like comes down to what we always have to worry about, which is like, are we believing in the recent numbers more than the full sample size? Like, how do we get that going? So, oh yeah. Cool. Yeah. Pips is down. I'm going to send him that link in Twitter right now.
Awesome.
Hell yeah. Damn, dude. I might just sit this one out unless y'all go through it.
No, we need all 4 of us. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
I just played. All right. Any other looks in that game while I throw Pip an invite?
Let's see.
If there's other games in the West, you guys.
You know what also has been kind of a cash cow lately is Beal's rebounds and assists. What is it at now? I've noticed every time it's at 8.5, he's hit that. Oh, it's 9.5 now. Never mind. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we should probably touch on the Jazz Warriors game now.
Yeah. I had I was trying to caution people yesterday about that game, saying like, I know that Kerr said he's going to sit dudes, but one, it's a very deep team, and 2, like he didn't say which dudes, to be honest. So
yeah. He definitely hinted at it. I was watching that game, and I was waiting on the press conferences, and they actually asked Klay Thompson that same question, and he kind of like hinted that he's probably going to be resting. So I would not expect Klay Thompson to play today.
That would make sense. Did you hear anything about Draymond? I figured those 2 dudes needed rest more than anybody.
No. I'd assume that Draymond doesn't play too.
Yeah,
it's probably going to be a Pajemski game.
Pajemski game, yeah. What do we have up for that game? Well, I'm going to refresh before I even look at it because I know stuff keeps changing on the fly. Let's see here. And I want to make sure I'm not ignoring the chat, so I'll get in there in a minute. But cut the check is high, so that's dope. Good for you, bro. It's a Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday. It's all good. We're looking at the West, and we're going to the Dubs game. Yeah, still slow to come in. I was already talking about Luke Samanic, but
well, okay, we can't ignore the GOAT though. That's the problem. He plays the same position that the best player in the NBA plays, so we can't bet on him.
Lucas Samanic.
Yeah, he's playing Kenny Lofton's position.
Oh right.
Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, this is
Johnny Juzang shout out, but a Kenny Lofton shout out.
I'm a Johnny Juzang fan, so Summer League legend, as someone that loves betting the Summer League, 100%. But no, Kenny Lofton might be the one guy that's better than him because he's built like a tank, right? We've kind of got the whole like DJ Burns effect, Kenny Lofton's great, and I mean,
you're not going to get one 10 minutes before the game starts.
But we're going to have to crush him. Like, that's a must bet. I think for me, assist is the sneaky one, especially on those short rolls, on some of those pick and roll sets they're doing with him when he gets the ball. He's actually a good passer, and I think he's trying to show that off a little bit more. He was kind of even touching the triple-double the other day.
Very solid, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good look. I'm gonna bring Pips in here. I gotta find a place to put him. Let's put him in the top right. But dude, we are stacked right now. Quads.
They actually can't stop me from betting Kenny Lofton Jr. today. Like, this is the time of year to do it.
Hey guys,
you're 100%. What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm just monitoring this huge slate. It's stressful as fuck. Yeah.
It is brutal out here. I'm just gonna kiss up to you for a minute and just show props madness because we've been using it and it's fire, dude. Absolutely love it for these point props. So kudos to you. But yeah, we were actually just on some Kenny Lofton love is where we were at. Did you look at any big boy Kenny Lofton stuff today yet?
That shit must be opened like recently. I was like,
not even up yet.
It's not up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not there with it yet. We're still waiting on stuff to come out for that. But yeah, you know what though? While we got you here, can we talk about the cat first quarter bet that you were talking about?
Yeah,
I think it got juiced a little bit.
It's minus 130 at 3.5 at FanDuel. So
Okay.
that's just like most widely available bookie, and I think that's just fire. Like that's terrible line.
Yeah.
His rotations were actually pretty great for this one. I'll just pull up the numbers. I just looked it. Last game against the Hawks, Cat played 9 minutes in the first quarter.
Yep.
So that's insane. Like 9 minutes is killing this line. 9 minutes. I think it's like 85% over on this line when he gets like 7+ minutes in the first quarter, which is just insane. And let's see, like Suns are a great matchup for him. Like that's out of question. Unbelievable matchup for him.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Just the overall matchup.
Yeah, I actually heard. I opened up your show.
Yeah.
The line is set at 4.5 on props cash as I can see, but
no, but that's for plus money. This is like props.cash is like I can see its brain imploding as it tries to like pick up on how fast things are moving right now. So we got to have like books open. I've got another prop finder tool open to see if it works faster. So we're trying to keep it there. Before I do want to talk about Dubs and Jazz, even though we don't have quite as many bets up, but for the Phoenix and Minnesota game, I wanted to give you a chance real quick, Pips, too, if you had anything else for that one that you were looking at.
Yeah, but most of the stuff already moved. Booker opened at 4.5 rebounds, minus 130. It's now completely fucked at minus 155. So yeah, like everything is like moving a quick today. So I love that spot, but nothing else. Like Karl Anthony Towns points, rebound, and assist, and 25.5 is also good look for me. I expect him to play 30 minutes tonight. If he gets 25+ minutes, so I always like to set a range for the minutes. Like if I'm looking at Karl Anthony Towns, I'll set like 26 to 32 minutes, and he's killing it in those minutes. And great matchup against the Suns. So this should be great stuff for Towns. Points, rebounds, and assists. If anyone can get the first quarter over 3.5 for a decent price, I'll go to points, rebounds, and assists instead.
Yep. So Cat, either the 3.5, but you like the full game PRA a bit more than the points for Cat?
Yeah, points, rebounds. Last game he had in return 8 assists, which is insane.
Yeah.
So we could see Cat.
Against the Hawks. Yeah, that was wild. All those assists for Cat. What were his potentials at in that one? He had 11 potential assists to get 8. So we want to be a little bit careful with just jumping on too many assists. But his assist,
his line is set like at the when Towns conversion on his assist is over 50% of the season. So most of the assists he makes are like for a layup, dunk, and
right.
Yeah.
Last night, the rebounds and assist line was 8.5, and now it's 9.5. The 8.5 line, I was on Props Madness, if you do like 25 to 30 minutes, he hits that 9 of 13 games. So that was a line that
you can use. I don't know if you've seen on Props Madness, but you have a filter for rebounds and assists allowed, so you can use those as well.
This site is always like evolving every single week. It's amazing. I also like props.cash too, but both these sites are great.
Yeah. No, I've been telling people I'm trying to use Props Madness a lot on these streams. I just I'm so used to props.cash that when I'm like confused about stuff, I just go there real quick. But I'm getting a little bit more and more used to this every day. So let's do 25 to 30 for Cat.
Mm-hmm. I think the floor for him tonight is 30 minutes, honestly.
Really?
So I would probably do like 32.
Okay. And he played how many did he play last game? I can see it over here. Yeah, he played 30. 34 last game.
You filtered out 28 minutes.
Oh, my bad. You're right. Thank you. That's why we have the creator of the tool on here, so I can get this right.
Oh, Jaime Jaquez, guys, just a quick update. Jaime Jaquez has 6 first quarter points.
That was what we talked about right as the stream started. hopefully some people got.
Yeah, I hope Miami runs away, but this is not something.
Very weird. Yeah, it's a close game right now. They're like messing around. They're playing with their food.
I'm also on Butler under, so I hope Miami runs away. If it's close, Butler will take over.
Yeah, 6 first quarter points, Butler. Yeah, it's a little scary.
Yeah. The
last game I had I think Trent Jr. for threes, and it was a blowout. Now quickly and Barrett out. Of course, it's going to be a close game when I have under on Butler.
Oh, what's Gary Trent up to? I bet he's doing well.
He's over. No, he's over. He's all free throws for him. 3 for 3 from the line.
Yeah,
so if you had 3-point specialist Gary Trent making all his 3 free throws in the first quarter today, that was a pretty big hit. That's insane. Yeah, no. The only other thing from that game for me was potentially KD assists, and I didn't know if you guys had seen that one at all. But the thing for me was this was 3.5. You still get it for -130, at least according to props.cash. And for me with the assists, it was like, well, he's done this pretty consistently on the season. I mean, you see on the season he's at 5.1. If you look at head-to-head as well, right, over into these 3 and the potential assists are what I look at, obviously, but really high potential assist rate. I did put it through a little bit of the model, and it was at like a 13% edge to take it. I didn't know if any of y'all had an opinion. I really don't like playing props for the Suns players because all the data that I use makes the 3 of these players look like the same person. So it's impossible for me to distinguish between them and who's going to do well in each matchup. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have an interesting filter to check. Can you go to the props madness and KD assists?
Yeah, happily.
So these are some weird stuff that usually happens, but can you just filter out by assist allowed?
Assist allowed?
Go on the metrics, like where it says minutes.
Where the minutes are.
All the way on the right.
Okay, got it. This filter, cool, yeah.
And opponent assist allowed, like down here.
Right here.
And just put 1 through 10, like teams that allow like the 10 least assists, like top 10 team in and
limiting them.
Wow.
Yeah. So he actually performs very, very better against the team that don't allow 3 assists, which is insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
We can see 6 in both games against the Wolves, which makes sense. So yeah, that's actually very interesting. Like sometimes, like for some players, you think like, for example, we have AD scoring like 80% of his points from the paint, and the most like if you look at his points against teams like top 10 paint defense or like top 10 teams in paint defense, is over like 80% of the games. Like he's playing better against good paint defenses than the terrible paint defense. Why? Yeah. Because if team is terrible in paint defense, they are sending doubles on him. It's like, and teams like Wolves will play him straight up, like with Gobert.
I seriously like this play, man. I mean, I think
that's crazy. Yeah. I was gonna put it in last night. It was actually worse odds last night than it is now. And like, I love what you
can see live on here. It dropped -128 on the FanDuel. Our odds refresh every 1 minute, like every 60 seconds.
Yeah. This is way better at pulling through the actual props that are available than most of these prop tools. You're 100% right on that. I'm gonna put that on the bottom line here, y'all. We're gonna get a little bit of love for KD assists, which I put in the I was talking about it in the Discord last night, so hopefully some of y'all at least got that. But we're gonna go over 3.5. So should we move on to that Dubs game though, real quick, or is there different Western Conference games you guys prefer? Monotone, did you have anything for Dubs or Warriors yet? I know how much you love Johnny Juzang. I know we're waiting on Kenny Lofton. Just want to check.
I was going to say, I want to dumpster dive a little bit, but there's just no options right now, so I can't.
We can just like strategy talk, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I already told you Lofton assist is something I'm looking at. PRA. I really don't hate Juzang as well because, like I said, he's consistently seen the uptick in volume in these like supplementary periods where the starters aren't playing. So if his points are in like a reasonable spot, just based on volume alone, I could probably get there. But for me, it's really not too many options up right now. I want Lofton assist and then maybe some long shots on like the double-double, get a little crazy there, but I don't know if they're going to even give me that option to be completely honest with you guys.
Yeah. I'm going to put Kenny Lofton up here as a strong lean, so people at least know that's what we're looking at, and can see if they can get it 10. Like, you got to hawkeye these lines. I mean, where's our app that just alerts us as soon as Kenny Lofton props are up? Why has nobody created that yet?
Yeah, we are looking at it actually.
I was
Probably,
gonna say,
yeah, we'll have it next season, like probably like 90, like not for sure. We'll try to look into it, how difficult it is, but that's something we are looking at. Like, you can just put the guy that you want to get notified when the lines open up.
yep. That's gonna be huge. I'm just gonna put over points and assists, not the combo, but at least like you can look at both of them. That's what's up for Kenny Lofton on the bottom line. So I'm with that bet. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just pull him up real quick. Has he been how many games in a row has he been hooping now for this team?
We're talking 2. We're talking like no sample size, baby, nothing at all.
You know what I also too just if we're just on the Warriors side, I think this could be a very good Dario Saric game.
Mm-hmm.
A guy that's not really involved in the playoff rotation that could honestly get run, for the hell of it.
Yeah, do we have anything for that? I mean, we don't have anything for that.
Definitely don't expect it to come out. But
Jesus, man, yeah, this is as fast as I can move with that stuff. But let me throw that on there too. In terms of just like something to keep an eye on would be Dario, yeah, and he's missed a ton of games. So I mean,
or Moses Moody. I mean, guys like that.
All those dudes.
Yeah. Moody should kill this line if he.
Oh yeah,
if
perfect.
the guy rolled out. This is like perfect matchup for him.
Why do I need to make this my home?
Oh, Draymond just got ruled out, and Curry just got ruled out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Clay didn't yet. I guess maybe that's coming, or it's interesting.
What is happening, man? What are we
I knew
doing?
Curry was going to get ruled out. Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna put Moody down here because I was already talking about him last night too. I was saying like even because I knew people that were like just blindly betting the Jazz, and I was like, well, I mean, I guess now it makes sense because Curry is out and Draymond is out. But before that, I was also like, yo, this Dubs team is pretty deep. At the end of the bench, they're like guys with a high floor anyway. Like a Moody. Yeah, what do you say, Pips?
Can you check Taylor Hendricks?
Yeah.
When he gets 20 to 28 minutes.
Yeah.
I think this line, I mean, it's weird that he is like one of the youngest guy on the team and not playing much. But I think like in this game, he should get 25 minutes. And he's crushing this line. And it's actually leaning towards 6.5 on the bookies. So probably if it goes back to 6.5, I think that's a good spot.
So dip this. Can I dip this down in the? Like, can I see 6.5 and how often he does that?
Yeah. You have like orange arrow on the lines. You
can there you go. Cool. So you're saying this is available at 6.5 still?
Yeah, it was before the news Curry and Green ruled out. It's pulled back from the every bookie, but will come back in like 4 to 5 minutes. Probably. It was 6.5 at ESPN, and I think another bookie. I don't know can. But it's interesting spot. And we can see like a couple of days ago against the Golden State Warriors, he had 10. And we can see how he shot. He shot 3 for 7, which is not crazy.
Yeah.
For 26 minutes, could see that tonight. So, yeah.
That's another awesome part about this that nobody else has is like if you hover over the game, you can actually see more about it because I hate having to go pull up a game log when I'm already looking at something on one app, So that's pretty fire.
That's one of the last things we added. And also I'm missing players like top 3 in points per game are shown for every game.
Yep.
And sorry.
Just say like.
I was just gonna say, well, what is this 3-point line at? I was curious if you had that because that could be interesting at plus money as well, right? Not the highest volume guy in the world, but
yeah.
I don't know. From what I watched him before he was in the NBA, I felt like his offensive game, isn't very developed, So he's kind of spot up a little bit more. That's what he relied on. But as the minutes go, I'm sure they want to put him in more uncomfortable situations, and rebounds as well. But that's a little scarier in this matchup.
Yeah.
Rebounds are 4.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think matchup has any volume, because when Green is out, they are suck at defense. So with Green being out and a bunch of other guys playing, I think this will be like all-star game. No one will care.
Yeah.
It's a really good point. Let's see how fast this thing is dropping on the spread here. Not very. There's a 7.5 on Bet Rivers as fast as 2. It looks like. And it's dropping down to 8 on Caesars. That is a fast drop from 14.5, if that's what it was at. without those two dudes in there. So if you did get Utah at a really high number, that's pretty good. I don't know if 6 or 5.5 is still worth it, but we got someone talking about Keontae George Adriano coming in as well. Wanted to know about that. So I was going to pull him up real quick. Anything that any of you guys already were looking at with Keontae by chance?
He is a weird dude. Like, he can shoot like 4 from 15, and then it's gonna be 10 from 15. Like, that's.
He's a rook.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a rook.
I don't know.
There was him in summer league though.
Yeah, there was this one game where like they played the starters the whole first quarter, and then they benched them. And ever since then, like I really haven't had any like trust in these Utah Jazz players.
Yeah,
because like they just run random ass rotations, you know?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I really thought we were going to get some more Omar Yurtseven the other day. And
oh, man, yeah.
Got 19 minutes and scored 11 points, and I have an 11.5 point prop. I was like, what? 19 minutes and 11 points, and you're just sitting him, I guess.
Oh, my God, guys, check this out. The Clippers lineup. Xavier Moon as point guard. Terrence Mann. Coffee. This is insane.
God.
Who the fuck is going to score on this team? Like, honestly, they need to take, like,
Boston. Brandon Boston here.
Field goal attempt.
No
probably.
Bone?
I had Coffee 1.5 threes last game. I assume they're going to bump it up to 2.5 now that there's no scoring.
Boone's a scorer too. I remember in the summer league he was a scorer.
Yeah, I guess. You're right though. That's the thing. You got to find the field goal attempts here. If Coffee has some interesting lines, like from 3, maybe, but that's so brutal, man. Plumlee, like once again, Plumlee assist is always fun as a starter, but who's he going to assist the ball to, right? That's kind of the issue, right?
Oh yeah, Plumlee assist is pretty good. You're right.
I'm kind of frozen right now. Can we like I don't even know what to do with this Clippers game in terms of like where to start. I'm like I thought maybe Bones was going to be a good starting point. Like I want to show what we're talking about, so I'm trying to like pull up what like we could dive into a little bit further. But if you guys are talking about Coffee for a minute, is that should we chase that for a second?
Yeah. What's the line? It's probably like 11.5.
Probably not available. That's the problem.
I don't see anything yet.
Yeah.
That's not opening for like 30 more minutes, probably.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Heat right now, man.
Are they losing to the Raptors?
Yes.
Jaime has 8 points, but
there's some crazy stuff going on in the league right now.
How's Freeman Liberty doing in that one?
Let's check it out. Where's Javon at? Right here. Not great. 2 points.
I mean, if this continues, Butler will score 40 points.
Is he going off? No, he's got 7.
Currently,
You're saying if the score stays
9 points, but yeah.
Yeah, if the score
is scoring a lot. Like Bruce Brown is like, this is insane. Raptors are in the lead and they're shooting. They made 1 3. They are 1 from 10 from 3 and they're in the lead. Like,
they've got 11 free throws.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. And 11 free throws to 10. So that's why it's actually.
Butler just scored back-to-back points. He's up to 11. Like, this will be done. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, you don't know. You never know.
Yeah, you don't. Is there anything later that we can look at besides the Phoenix game? I guess we can look at the Lakers for a minute too. This is definitely a game worth looking at. Did anybody have anything to kick this one off that they were thinking? I know this like the normal show here loves CJ McCollum, but I mean if BI is in, then that nukes everything, and that's why I couldn't give any New Orleans bets last night.
Yeah.
Right.
The news came out last couple of minutes that Brandon Ingram will be a bit of a minute restriction, so he's playing 30 plus.
Okay. God damn. Okay, yeah. So he'll be on a bit of a minute. Just be more vague, Willie Green. Be more vague than that. All right. So what you want to put him at 30 minutes for Brandon Ingram?
If it's on a bit of minute restriction, he's playing 28 or more. So.
Yeah, then he should be at least 28. But what does that do to us then if we're putting like so I'll come over here to Props Cash or Props Madness rather and pull up the Laker game and pull up. So we got Brandon Ingram props now at 15.5. Dude, like really good job how fast this pulls through props. It's awesome. 22.5 for CJ now, which is kind of what he's been at, right? I'm gonna pull up his recent lines. I like to use the Betting Pros tool for this because I think it's like it goes pretty far back and really helpful. But I'm gonna look at CJ real quick if he'll come up. and look at what his recent lines have been at. 22.5 with Ingram in is probably pretty high, no? If he plays 30 minutes. Yeah, because he's been up at 24, 23, 23, and then round to round.
Honestly, betting an under against the Lakers is just pain in the ass.
That's also true.
At perimeter like that, they are terrible.
And I mean, just no discount on the threes with Ingram, right? I was looking at it last night. It was minus 130 for 3.5. It's minus 150 now on CJ. So it's not even like you're getting anything from the books, right? They're keeping it pretty consistent. It's just tough. I mean, he's shooting what 12 threes a game right now. I mean, if he's that hot, if he's part of the reason why they're here right now, then I assume the volume's still going to be pretty good. Just unfortunate that you're not really getting any pushback. And like Pips just said, I mean, that Lakers defense, like, come on. I mean, this could get a little interesting, but I mean,
this is CJ's shot chart. It's like above the break, floaters, and a few mid range, right? Yeah. Like that's what CJ does. A few mid range and a bit more when BI's not in, but it's the floater game and the above the break stuff for CJ that kills. So that's where you beat this Lakers team from. You can't get all the way to the paint against AD when he's actually in there. And you have it right. So like I think it's a pretty good CJ game once again. What's he done versus the Lake Show? I can do head to head, right?
Yeah, we don't have head to head at the moment.
Okay, no worries. I just want to
see similar players, so we can see probably up there, down there. Like,
do we know if Larry Nance Jr. is playing?
You can see CJ.
It's a great call.
Oh, I think he is
19
playing
in the last game, but
19 the last game.
Yeah.
It's a great question about Larry Nance. Are you looking at Joe Val stuff?
Yeah, I mean, they still may need him out there for Anthony Davis. That's what I'm thinking. But his minutes always seem to take a hit when Larry Nance plays.
Massive hit. Yeah.
I love Larry Nance props, man. He's playing today, but I don't know if today's today necessarily.
And Najee being questionable is a thing. Yeah, it's tough, bro. It's tough. What about this Lakers squad? Like, we expect them to try to win, right? I was showing everybody last night, like the what their playoff situation is and what they need to have happen. And basically, in short, if the Lakers win, they get 8, right? So I would imagine they're going all out to keep the 8th seed and only have to win one game. That's a huge difference between 8 and 9, right? So you guys, does everybody like prop bomb? Do you expect them to play like for the win here for the Lake Show?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they want to try to get home court advantage in the play-in tournament, so they still have that up for grabs.
Right. Well, they would actually be away in the first game, but then they would guarantee themselves like they would either have a home game for the second one or they could just win the first one.
I think there's going to be a lot of motivation, both sides, Pelicans and the Lakers.
Yeah.
You know, you got the Brandon Ingram narrative. You know.
Yep. Yeah, if we were looking at any Lakers in that, Monotone, did you look at this game at all yet?
I haven't got super deep into this one, to be honest. Like I said, I looked at CJ last night, but that was with Brigham up in the air. I will say Rui Hachimura has been very good to me, very efficient, good spot up. Even though the volume isn't amazing, he's super efficient in those spot up chances. So as a tertiary piece that's not going to be the focus of this defense, I do think Rui is definitely a solid spot. But I don't have any bets yet right now. I'm definitely just looking.
Yeah, I had some people talking about Rui in the Discord last night. 13.5 is good because it's been 14.5 a bunch. We're getting that good money. He does seem like this is not going to be a blowout. So like there's nothing to it there. His minutes as of late, let me be respectful here. Let me use the props madness, obviously. Get that. Yeah, I'm already on LA. So it's like why does Spencer Dinwiddie have props up so early? I just never he's always got his prop up before anybody else for like 4.5 points. I'm like, what are you doing here?
I mean, Dinwiddie.
Yeah. Is that going to be a gross potential bet for you?
No, I was hoping his line was a little bit higher. It's just I thought I was looking to maybe fade his PRA, but it's 8.5. It's not even worth it. Not a guy that I could see play meaningful minutes.
Yeah. Was trying to get an angle for this one. People were talking about LeBron last night. I was close to taking a LeBron under on the rebounds. And what I was looking at was I'm just gonna pull this up on props because it's head-to-head stuff real quick, and I can quickly show y'all that like The rebounding stuff confused me. If you look at the boards, it's 7.5, which is very low, and it's juiced to the under 7.5. And I'm assuming it's in part because he's gone under in 3 games against them this season. The concept of what I was considering was the dude guarding Zion, basically, right? Like the dude guarding Zion does not get rebounds because there's a mammoth like bull that's just being plowing into your chest, right, on every play. So you're already under the basket by the time the rebound's going up. It just happened in that last game against the Warriors as well for taking like an under on the dude who's guarding, which was Draymond, who's guarding Zion. So that was some of the logic I was looking at and why I think his rebounds and his rebound chances as well. I'm just going to pull that up on the tracking data real quick and show you guys rebounding because I'm going to pull up the Lakers versus the Pelicans this season, and pretty much everybody's been healthy in these games. If you look at the rebound chances for LBJ in this situation, he's at 9, right? And this prop is at 7.5. So,
who do you think he's guarding? You said I kind of missed what.
Yeah,
you said.
I'm pretty sure it's Zion. Yeah,
he defends Zion. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like let me pull up the box score real quick and make sure I'm not lying to you. And do verse the Lakers real quick for this this box score. So they played on the 9th. I'm pretty sure that was normal. Yeah, I mean the Lakers blew them out, and I think actually LeBron played limited minutes maybe because of that. No, he played 37. Right, he had the 4 boards, and the rebound chances were basically like 7 essentially because he's averaging 9 and he's gotten a few more in a couple other games. But I want to look at the matchup is what you were talking about. So in the last game, Zion was playing in that one. Offensive player, we'll do Zion.
Very cool. I never really mess around with this.
Yeah, the matchup stuff's really helpful. So he did guard him for 37% of the time that they were both on the floor together, which is pretty helpful info. Obviously, they put Rui on him as well because you don't want to tire LeBron out. But let me see if there's anything from the other game. So it does seem like no matter what, like if Zion's in, then that's his matchup, right? I'm pretty sure it's the same concept over here in this other game in December when they played. And you look at, I'll just do defensive player for Labrizi and do minutes. Yeah, so it's a little bit more split between he and Herb Jones. But I mean, if he's guarding Herb Jones and he's guarding a corner 3 the whole time, so he's still not really in position for a rebound. The problem is what I started looking at as well is if you look at how bad this Pelicans team is at rebounding lately. Like I'll just do rebound percentage on the season for them, and I'm pretty sure they're 11, so not bad. But even if you look at the last 10 for this team, it's been a lot more poo-poo, where they're at 25th in rebounding. Now, I know they've missed Larry Nance for a few games. Maybe you do something with that. Any thoughts on that one, Pips, for LeBron underboards?
I just looked at the correlation with how well teams are rebounding because Pelicans allow 8 at least rebounds. No correlation whatsoever, but of course leaning under on the rebounds always when he's like this season with AD he's under in 55% of the games, but it's a bit juiced. So I think it's a set well like 7.5, but very juiced on the under.
Right.
It's probably where I put it. So yeah.
Yeah, so it's a fair line in that sense.
And we can expect maybe beat better defense in this game, some more missed shots, some more rebounding opportunities. That's always like a case in these kind of games.
Got you. Yeah.
And also, we all know LeBron James. When it matters, triple-double.
That's the other thing. That's why
double, yeah.
Yeah, for minus 124 or 38 even, or 34, whatever it was, I can't like bet against LeBron in a game that I know he's going to be trying, right? I think that's a huge part of all that.
Yeah.
So anything else for this one before I move us on? Because I'm being told by Mike, really solid contributor, that we have some Houston stuff props up, and I do know PB has something for that. But before I move away from the Lakers and Pellies, anybody want to jump in with anything else?
I'm good on this game. I'm
waiting for the Rockets game as well, as I'm a Rockets fan.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is the biggest Rockets fan I know. Pips.
Okay.
You got a Rockets fan, a Heat fan, and a Wizards fan, and I guess you're a Knicks fan, right, Josh?
Yeah. I'm the only one who's gonna have a shot in the playoffs from all y'all, unless you believe in Jimmy Butler.
Actually, no. Let me just.
Next season, yeah.
I have a quick prop I wanted to bring to attention. It's in the Blazers Kings game.
Okay.
I don't know what the spread here is, but I assume that the Kings are probably going to blow out the Trailblazers.
That's a good
And
assumption.
if we're thinking that's the logic, the game theory, I'm looking into Harrison Barnes under 11.5 points. Just not a veteran type player I see getting full run. Minutes are dialed up the last 2 games, against Phoenix, against New Orleans, understandably so. Both teams that are compete, like they played like a playoff type matchup, but this is not a high intensity game. So, you would think that he plays less than 30 minutes here. And if you see what that, or less than 32 minutes.
Well, I was also going to see real quick on the points with him. I was going to go to like a 10-plus point win on the season. Not necessarily blowout proof. He's at 27.7 minutes on the season when they win by 10 plus. What about when they win by 15 plus? Yeah, now he's over in 10 of 15. That's a little bit scary.
Oh, that's interesting.
He's still getting minutes and blowouts. That's kind of one thing I always like to look at when we think there's going to be a blowout is like when there is a blowout, well, what happens to this dude's minutes? And the minutes seem to stay kind of up. This is a wild amount of green that it's showing for some reason. 10 out of 15 this season when they blow teams out.
Spread here is 17 points.
Where at?
No, I'm just saying the spread here is 17
right.
points.
And that's where we're at. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump into that though. Like I think we were on track to talk about the Rockets, but I just wanted to get everyone's opinion on the Harrison Barnes under.
Yeah, anything for that, you guys, for HB? Because I'm a little bit scared just by that one thing I brought up. But
I was gonna say I think your logic was pretty good, but that graph kind of scared me away a little bit. I was ready to go to war with you right there, but
I know that was wild. I'm not gonna lie, that was really weird. There's nothing else we're gonna glean from it. It's just a matter of like blowout stuff.
For that game, we can put minutes up to the 30.
Yeah,
on Butler, and then look at because I don't think he's getting more. And
check
then
it out. That's what I was also looking at too.
I would say like minutes up like 22 to 30 because like if he's not playing for the quarter minutes, he's probably up to 22.
Yeah.
Oh,
looks kind of okay now, but you never know. Like we can see like okay, Miami now up 20, which is like happened in like 4 minutes, but you never know. Yeah.
Every time you guys give me an update, I am shocked. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, this is perfect
and
for
look
us.
at the Pacers and Hawks, like 300-point game on the way.
What? That's a buck 55 in the first half.
Oh my god,
bonkers! And everybody was ready to start fading DeJounte Murray, and he's got 22.5.
I was actually almost like so close to betting his over.
Yeah,
because I think he's getting like 2.5 quarters and 14.5 against Pacers is just insane.
Obi was a good. Oh no, TJ McConnell was a play. He's about to get his points in the first half. He was at 12.5 this game.
I mean, everyone should get their points in the first half. This number.
Oh
this
my
is insane,
goodness, dude!
I actually sent something interesting to the props bomb before the game started. It was Isaac for Orlando.
Yeah,
he was at 8.5 as a starter. Like,
when did you see it posted though? Because I was waiting for. I didn't see it until like right before. Right? Was that up like a while or not?
I think it opened like 10 minutes before the game.
Okay, yeah.
Wow. And he has 8 points in the first half. Like, that was insane line. Like, he played 17 minutes in the first half.
Green over 7.5 points, and in part because I was like, look at the weakest part of the Knicks defense is corner threes. And the man is 0 for 4. Now, he should still get it because he's at 6, but he got that in the first quarter, and I don't like the fact that he got 0.
How about that spread pick we had? You remember when we were on the phone before the show? It was plus 14, the Bulls.
Yeah. Now, do we think the Bulls keep everybody in? Like, this is where the live betting stuff comes into play if we think that there's something here for where the Knicks, like, take off in some fashion. Let me pull up the live line here on FanDuel.
Bulls started to play 19 minutes, like, in the first half. In meaningless game, like
I know.
Wow, you were right about DeRozan. Wow,
is he going off?
He's got 13. His line was 17.5. So.
Oh yeah, he loves playing this team for whatever reason.
Entire day, like it.
Yeah.
Vucevic was 12.5. He got 18 in the first half. Like,
yeah.
I actually didn't bet it straight. I actually combined like everyone. So if everyone is playing, everyone should cover. So I combined Vucevic, Kobe White, and DeRozan for a parlay.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Came to play.
Just checking in on this Boston game. Jared Butler was a good play at 11.
I have him to get over 17.5 points of assists.
Oh yeah, he's at 15 with the
That's
4
good.
dimes.
Good.
Look at Peyton P. That's what I'm talking about. 28. I gave out a double, triple-double, and the over 33.5 PA.
Oh my god,
dude is insane when he gets the opportunity. His first quarter assist last game, I played at 1.5. It was 3.5 today.
Yeah,
it was 3.5. Yeah. I've never seen a 2-point assist move in the first quarter. I mean, obviously
the books don't know what to do with the small great white hope that he is. So hilarious. Damn. Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully he might not get that triple double. Those rebounds are not around, but the double double at plus 130 was still nice. There was a couple more bets I know people wanted to go through, and fellas, like, I appreciate y'all being on here. I would definitely make sure you're following all these dudes. This was sort of spur of the moment, so definitely was a little bit slower on Twitter. But I'm going to throw everything in the description of the video for your guys' stuff as well, and just to thank you guys for being on the show. So, and whenever you guys need a dip, like, I'm going to be doing this for a minute, probably right up until about 3 p.m. or so on the East Coast. So don't feel free like you have to stay the whole time. But I'm going to keep going through this West Coast stuff here.
I'll just hit the Rockets and I'll go because I need to hit the gym and come back before another.
Got you. Yeah, let's look at that. Houston, let's pull up the Houston game real quick and see if we got any more stuff on that. Is Bones not playing because he's not in the starting lineup?
No, he got ruled out.
Got it. This was Xavier Moon was a.
Is that out now? Okay, cool.
Xavier Moon was a summer league all-star that I loved taking his overs on. Because it's the same situation now. It's like G League versus G League, right? And if Xavier
Moon, this is the summer league game. Yeah, this is the summer league game.
He's pretty good.
That's cool.
You were talking about Plumlee assists, right, Monotone?
Well, not really. I said it has been good in the past as a starter. It's normally been great, but you have to assist to somebody, right? I mean, his assists should be higher percentile because but I don't know. It's kind of tough. I'm not going to play 3.5. So
I can just take every single player out. That's going to be out.
Yeah. Oh boy.
See what that does. Yeah, he's never played this season without all of
them.
But
keep Bones in still and try.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good point. One game, 4 dimes.
The other day, yeah.
We're talking about a lot of Xavier Moon ball handling.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Who else is even going to be playing for that squad, do we think?
I can see the roster.
I want to see who played last game for them too. Let's see real quick.
I would say Jason Preston, but he's on the Jazz.
That would be.
Oh wait, no, I know who they just got. You know who it is? Check this out. You ready for this one? Kai Jones.
Jones. He's not going to play though. He's not going to play, right?
Kai Jones sighting. If Kai Jones played, I would for sure bet. Like he's already the most athletic dude on the floor as soon as he steps on the court. Like it's absolutely insane. But
they have Kobe Brown too. That's another good guy. Kobe Brown, the rookie.
I bet on him a lot in the summer league. He's a beefy guy. He's a little he's big. He still plays like a college kind of player a little bit. Right. So.
Wow, we have Hawks Bulls first game lines up already. That's insane.
Wow.
For Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern because we know that we have the game Bulls -3. I don't know. But that's
Xavier Moon. What's the assist? Oh, it's 7.5 assists. That's kind of scary.
Ooh, well, they were ready for that.
Wow, 7.5.
But I mean, it makes sense. Someone's got to distribute.
He's the only facilitator, no? I mean, or maybe Kobe Brown or.
That's what I'm trying to understand. I don't know.
Both tertiary, not even secondary, third string facilitators. Plumlee a little bit, but.
Prabam, look at Amin Thompson's assist.
Yep, -105.
You had it at 4.5. It was juiced down, but
I was hoping you guys would wait on posting those until we got Aaron Holiday starting lineup news or something. But 5.5 should have been probably. I love him, man. He's been so good to us this year, though. He's probably year one gambling Twitter Hall of Fame so far. He's
up there. Yeah.
What's Pips though? What was your Rockets player that you liked?
I liked Jalen Green over 17.5, but it's 18.5. I don't see why should he sit out or play less minutes. The Jazz game I think confused everyone.
It did. I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah, but that's just like a simple way, Udoka, you suck. Okay, you are not playing fourth quarter. That's what happened. That was it. he did it to Jalen Green like 10 times this season. Next game against Blazers, he played team high 36. So
Okay.
he don't care. Like they are trying to win tonight. That's the issue. That's the thing. So
yeah, he's probably a good look. You're saying.
Yeah, but he was 17.5 minus 110 like 15 minutes ago.
Got
Got
it.
18.5. I can see him closing like 19, maybe, probably.
Got you.
I don't know though. Like when I look at the talent level between the Clippers and the Rockets, I just think the Rockets outweigh them in every single aspect. I mean, even 10 or what's the spread here?
What is it?
By 10 plus points?
Let me pull it up.
Spread.
It's 3.5.
It's gonna be at the
Doesn't make
top.
any sense.
It's 3.5 now.
Four on 365 right
Doesn't
now.
make any sense.
Just
to me.
move from
Okay,
3.5 to
That's
4.
all at the top. Yeah, we got Rockets minus 3.5, and you think that's still low?
Yeah, I was telling people off air. I just look at Ime Udoka, right? Like he's coming into the team. He wants to leave the season on a high note. Rockets are one win away from being a 500, team. If they lose the game, then they're below 500. I mean, I just think that's going to be an emphasis going into the game just to end on a high note. And then, like these guys, Cam Whitmore, he was in foul trouble last game. Didn't really get a chance to shine. He outshines Kobe Brown, like Xavier Moon. Like these guys just are scrubs.
Yeah.
So, or you could even do first half money line. I don't know, first half spread.
I would say like Jalen Green, lineup of Jalen Green, Jabari, Amen Thompson,
Cam Whitmore.
Wendell, I don't know, like who else playing. That's way better than what Clippers can pull on the court.
Yeah,
like
it's a really good point.
far.
If they were playing either like Bones or Russ Westbrook, then maybe. But yeah, they've got. Yeah, we're talking about a lot of Xavier Moon, Amir Coffey here, and no offense, Amir Coffey, he's a
I
top
expect maybe Rockets to start Amen Thompson, Jalen Green, Cam Whitmore, Jeff Green, and Jabari Smith, or Jabari Smith and Joe Landell. That lineup is good lineup.
That's
I can see them. Yeah,
I was gonna say that's a legit NBA team versus the other side, which is a G League team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask Pips, too, about Cam Whitmore, right? This is a guy that showed absolutely no passing ability in college, really none throughout this year, and then 4 assists in back-to-back games. I didn't do you know what caused those? What's leading to that? I assume that's not sustainable, but I'm curious if you had any thoughts on what's going on there. I feel like an under would be tempting here whenever that comes, but...
Just a pass that turned out to be an assist, not an assist I would say like DeJounte Murray kind of assist. Like I got the ball and I just pass it to other guy. He drives, step backs, and it's counted as assist in the NBA, which is insane. He's not creating anything. He's just like passing 10 times a game overall, and it happened to be an assist.
Okay, that's kind of what I think when you see 4 for a guy like Whitmore, right? Who's like, I don't even know if he did that in college once. You know what I mean? Like even hit 4 assists in a single game. So definitely interesting.
Dude, he has 4 assists on 4 potential assists the last 2 games. I don't want to mess with that at all. To your point,
I think throughout the first 4 months of the season or before the All-Star break, he had the lowest field goal attempts to assist ratio, for God knows how many seasons in the NBA, which is
Yep. You want to see a really awesome stat real quick? I'll show you. Pull this up for passing. Yeah, so this is the last 2 games. Or no, let me do drives, right? So if I do tracking drives and I go to the Houston Rockets, I already know what I'm going to find here. I haven't looked at this yet, but I feel confident that if I look at pass percentage on the drive, that Cam Whitmore is at 14% of his drives. He passes the ball. So 86% of the time that dude is going to the basket, it's going up, right? It's not coming back out. So
sounds like every single person I play pickup basketball with, every single one.
Wow, 14.
That is 100% Cam Whitmore is the dude that you're like, no. All right, it went in, and I get that we're winning, so we get to play again. But I would also like to shoot. I came here to get a workout in my pickup games. So I don't know. I'd love to play with Cam. But then I'd watch him dunk over 3 people and be like, all right, that was kind of tight.
I also found another interesting prop in this Clippers game, Clippers Rockets. What about this? Is kind of funny. PJ Tucker, under 9.5 PRA. Is he even really good? Is he going to play? Like,
how could you not like that? Like, how could you bet the over on that? I don't know. I mean,
it's minus 130, but a little juicy.
I mean, you can get under. The thing is, you can get under a 3 for plus 135, but all he's going to do is take that little corner 3. So you're betting against the the thing. He's
Or like he shows off. Like I don't know how he.
Is there a first quarter rebound number? Because I still might have to play that for old time's sake. Okay, he can grab an offensive rebound anytime, any place, anywhere.
He doesn't.
Yeah, there is actually. It's plus 165 to get 2 rebounds.
Okay, 2. That's great. Well, never mind.
Okay,
I wanted 1. So
the game is 3.5.
Yeah. Well, that's because you have no clue. I only want to. I'm assuming like he's going to play 6 minutes in the first quarter. You know what? I don't want any. I don't want to base it off of a comfortable projection. So
right.
I like this too. The Plumlee double. That's solid too as well.
Someone bringing that in the comments too, or you're looking.
What
at
are the odds on that?
The minus 125. Fair odds, minus 120. Minus 125.
I mean,
or you can have Cam Whitmore drive in and put him in foul trouble.
Yeah. So people are starting to talk about Amin Thompson for a minute. Like, Freestos, very solid contributor. Appreciate you being in here always, bro. Brings some really good looks. That's the reason we bet on Javonte Green starting a couple of days ago. He was like, "What about Javonte Green?" I was like, "Yo, that's fire!" And he went for 24 and 7. So with the Amin stuff, like assists, points, rebounds, anything. Like Pips, I want to let you go first too, so you don't feel like you have to stick around when you need to dip.
I mean, I think the lines are set well. I mean, 5.5 assists now, 10.5 rebounds now, points are 15.5. Like, I think the lines are like set well now. Yeah, I think not much edge there. Last game we had some. This game, I just don't see it. Like, points, rebounds, and assists is at 32.5. That's just insane line. I know there are a ton of guys out, but 32.5 is a lot. So I don't know. Like, he can have like great game with 14, 10, and 5.
Yeah.
Like,
he's averaging 10.5 potentials in the 2 games he's played without both Fred Van Vliet and Şengün that you can see there. So it's not like there's that much of an edge to the assist necessarily, but I do agree that like he's a potential point guard in this league. Honestly, like if they give him the opportunity to be the playmaker, then I think that's a good look.
I think he's actually the best player as a playmaker because if he has shooters around him. Because if he's not on the ball, everyone ignores him on defense. So that's tough.
But I mean, even the way that they just adapted his game and put him in the dunker spot, and he was still just like what a player. Like I'm so excited for his development. Just doing so many different things at a young age. We just need the jumper now. That's all we need to get going.
I honestly think like look at the Aaron Gordon, and it's almost the exact same guy. Like,
Aaron Gordon. I think he's a little bit more of a playmaker, but like when they use him in that spot, you're 100% right. Like just float in on the baseline, and somebody will throw it up to you, and you'll jump over everybody. Even though his brother's nicknamed Pogo.
I mean, if you look at Aaron Gordon at the Nuggets, he's almost averaging like 3.5 assists a game, which is like playing with so many ball handlers. Like when Jamal Murray was out, he averaged 5 assists a game. So like Gordon can handle the rooks as well, and defense is there, like similar stuff. Amen is maybe even better at defense than Aaron Gordon in year 1, and athleticism is like out of the world. I see Amen as the like top 10 like athletic guys in the league already.
Oh yeah, it's really exciting to watch.
Yeah, insane stuff. Like
right up there with his brother, who's nicknamed Pogo Sticks, which is an awesome nickname. Because All-Star before he got hurt for the season was a rebound machine. That was a good time betting on some Oscar Thompson stuff. Last before I let you go is some people are talking about Jabari Smith. I'm so never betting on Jabari. He is beyond what's the like increased banned list, like the just absolutely never come back here list.
I bet him last game. I bet him because like 11.5. I know he's getting 30 minutes plus. He got 32. He didn't even try to shoot. Like he was just out there fucked me over. So yeah, this guy is like, I hate the way he's
Hate
playing.
it. Hate it.
So
I had to bring it up because somebody brought up Jabari. Said without Fred and Dylan Brooks in this year, he's cashed every game. So I'm gonna take them out real quick, and I'll even just take out Shane. I don't know if he's played without Şengün, but I'll take out Fred and Dylan Brooks for a minute and see what that does. So he hasn't played with them.
cashed in every game.
Right, but he didn't play him. So I don't know where you're getting those numbers from, but I'm not feeling as good about that. Anything else that you want to do? I don't think we actually have a play from this one at this point right now, because I think Jalen Green points is a good look. What I was going to say too is if you look at let me select the filter. Can I look at field goal attempts, right? So if we look at the field goal attempts for Jalen, like it's really just about the minutes as well, right? Because in these games he played 34 against the Magic, much better D, and then played the 19 against the Jazz that confused everybody. And then when he got the 35 against Portland, he got the 26 points on how many field goal attempts was that? Can I see that? Yeah, 10 for 20 field goal attempts, right? That's what you look at. It's fluctuated a little bit with him since they started playing good defenses. Like you look down here, you got the Mavs, the Timberwolves, the Heat, the Warriors, the Mavs, the Magic. That's a brutal stretch of defenses where he like went over in 3 of those like 6 games. But now you know when you talk about him playing the Blazers and the Clippers, of the iteration of the Clippers today, look at all these teams that were doo-doo or playing their backups, and that's when he went on his tear after Şengün went down. So that would be one place. I think Jalen Green would be my favorite bet on the points, and maybe nothing else. But I'll let you kind of finish it up, Hips, so you can roll out and get your swole on.
Yeah, I mean, I loved Jalen Green at 17.5. It's still probably good at 18.5. Not much here, like Xavier Moon. Like I think 14.5 is too low. I think he'll have more field goal attempts than the line.
That's pretty low.
I'm not confident enough in him making those shots. I think he'll end up like with 15, 16, 17 field goal attempts to get onto the line. But Rockets still have a good, like, probably a man getting on him. I can assume he's putting him in jail. So that's the thing. Like, we don't know who is going to be guarded by Amen, and Amen is like one of the best perimeter defensive guys in the league. So
yeah,
I would. It will be terrible, like if he ends up like 5 from 15, so which is possible. So I'm staying away from this garbage. So
I feel it.
Yeah,
I got a good prop too. I want to get before you hop off, Pips.
I need to go. So like just
Oh, okay. I was saying real quick. Aaron Wiggins over 9.5 points.
I was gonna move to that game anyway. That's the final question for you, Pips.
Aaron Wiggins over this 19.5 spread. That's you're on. It's not points, is it? He has the highest points per game per 36 minutes when you take off Holmgren, SGA, and Jalen Williams.
Which is.
Are they all out for sure?
Well, assume that they're not going to play the fourth or third and fourth quarter. So he has the highest usage, the highest points per game, the highest everything.
You're competing with Case and Wallace, remember, though. They play the same positions. They're not same, but similar in terms of scoring ability. Isaiah Joe, you got a lot of guards to compete with. Because I bet on Thunder guards and big spreads a lot. And they can go. Kaysen, I feel like, is your enemy right there.
I think, if I'm trusting one of these guys, I think Kaysen is more efficient guy. But the guy who will take more shots probably Wiggins.
Yeah. And we're all assuming that OKC's sitting their dudes in the second half.
I mean, third or midway through the third quarter, probably.
So, is this too high?
That's what I was looking at.
Aaron Wiggins, you can check. Check Aaron Wiggins when he gets 18 plus minutes. He should be getting that, and it looks absolutely amazing.
Oh, 6.5 is the number.
It's not 6.5. Is it really 6.5? I thought it was 9.5.
You got 9.5.
Oh, that's really low. Wow.
Are you sure it's 6.5? Or are you looking at rebounds?
I'm not 100% sure, but
6.5. That's.
I'll check it on the site. It's 19.5 point spread. Aaron Wiggins is not.
I saw it's 6.5 for even money on DK.
That doesn't make any sense. It was 9.5 for me for a second. Okay, even better.
Well,
maybe we didn't
be ruled in for the Thunder.
6.5. I just checked 6.5 on BetMGM. I just checked on the live on the bookie. So that's insane line. 6.5.
Okay.
I'll probably share it. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good.
Doesn't
one.
make any sense to me.
Yeah, I thought you said 9.5. That's
great point. Great point.
Wait. Okay,
Well,
so
10 plus points is plus 300. I mean, I would even play it.
what? He's over in 20 of 22 this season when he plays 18 to 36. I mean, even if you dumb this to 28.
I don't know what. Maybe there must be some insider info on him. Or
90% of the time, there was a chat in the comment in the chat that was, "What about Isaiah Joe?" I don't know. Yeah, Free Sauce always coming in with the helpful. By the way, just so you guys know, Portland sitting Scoot and Ayton and Jabari Walker at this point.
They're sitting them? No way.
Yep. So Scoot's out.
What is that? Duop Wreath time. Duop
Yeah.
Wreath.
I just put that in the Discord a minute ago. We're waiting for those lines.
Duop Wreath.
Additional info on Wiggins. Last game blowout against the Bucks, he played the entire fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah, 19 points, and the line's plus 300 to score 10.
That's great. That's a good bet right there.
Wow, even money for him to get 7, and what's the 10 plus?
Plus 300.
Woo! The show likes Aaron Wiggins right now, and I can tell you right now, I took an over on Josh Giddey at one point while SGA and Jalen Williams were out. And then I watched Aaron Wiggins take every shot in that game and was like, oh, wait, I bet on the wrong dude. This is crazy. But yeah.
Did you see that Jimmy hasn't taken a shot yet in the third quarter?
I love that.
Interesting part about Aaron Wiggins, it looks even better at points, rebounds, and assists at 9.5.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, that too as well. Probably more safer.
Last couple of games.
Oh, that's what I was looking at. Okay. That's what it was. That's why it was 9.5. Okay.
Yep. I'm going to put, so these are still leans, but I need a good lean emoji. Yeah, I'm going to put Aaron Wiggins in there. So I don't know if anybody has a thought on the difference between he and like Isaiah Joe. I mean, Dallas's defense is not going to matter. They're not playing anybody that they normally play. They don't have a terrible 3-point defense either. So like Isaiah Joe, I just target for the threes, right? Like they're not even really the same dude at this point. You're going to get a little bit more ball handling and driving from Aaron Wiggins, right? That's how you guys see it.
Exactly. That's why I was saying Kaysen is more your competition with Wiggins. Joe, a little bit different role. But I like both of them. Honestly, I have multiple times when they've been in 15+ spreads, I played both of them. So
yep. I updated that on the bottom line.
It's 5.5 actually.
What is?
Aaron Wiggins, it's 5.5 points. ESPN bet.
Well, so minus 130 or minus 135. Yeah. Okay. Well,
take either. I mean, I'm
really nice though. Oh shit.
I want to ladder that, like you said, to be honest.
Do we do the points or we do the PRA for him?
For
Wiggins.
I think PRA probably makes more sense.
I just hit over 6.5 points for even money on DK because that's available.
If you look at the rebounds and assists, he averaged 4.5. I mean, he's playing 17 to 25 minutes. So that's another age, I think, happening there. So.
Yeah. So the assists can go up to 18 minutes as well. Wait, is his assist probably a half of an assist? That's bonkers.
I think I had the filters on 15 to 22 minutes to be safe. Okay. And then I actually did home because it's going to be a home game, and it's a 72% hit rate, the PRA.
Got it. Yeah. So because he doesn't have assists up though is the problem. That's why it only says 0.5 is because they don't even have it up on a lot of books. I don't think. Did it show us which book this was on? Oh yeah. I guess MGM is hanging a half of an assist. So the only spots that have the half assist are minus 190. You can see here. So, yeah. I don't know. Ason Wallace played some point guard. Giddey kind of played some point guard last game without, I'm doing without J-Dub and without Shy mostly, and then Chet doesn't really eat into it. But I feel like what we're saying is SGA's prop is a little high, to be honest. If we're attacking like really low props for backups, then we're saying he's going to play 2.5.
Yeah, I think it's adjusted already.
Yeah, at 26. You think it'd be 30?
I think that's more of like a first quarter prop as to target for him. 37. Yeah. Waiting on the JD Hardy lines.
Yeah, there's some sack stuff. It looks like, and this is from Free Sauce, looking at Keon Ellis coming out in that sack game. Like I said, Pips, you're not being rude if you have to dip, man. I know you want to do stuff, so
I must go.
Yeah,
thank you guys for
good.
Thank you for having me. Very enjoyable show.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm looking to get. I've been meaning to hit you up and get you on anyway, honestly. So, because we're using this tool, I'll hit you about it soon. But appreciate you, man. Appreciate Props Madness. I'll have the link to all his stuff in the description of the video too, y'all.
Thanks, man. See you guys.
All right, bro. All right, bet. So, can I move us to that Kings and Trailblazers game for a minute?
Yeah, that's a sexy game. That's what I'm looking forward to, man. I love the Trailblazers role players. They've done me so good.
Are they out yet? Are they out?
Not yet. Not yet. I think we're still waiting.
Duop Reith. I'm thinking Ashton Haggins.
Yeah, Haggins 100%. He's going to take over that passing. Assist 100%. And honestly, the thing I said in my Discord, Banton, the thing about him, Danilo, my guy, his points is going to be like 24.5 in this game.
Yeah, probably already.
He's so high. He's the only guy that can self-create. Like, he's legitimately the only self-creator on the team.
This is like why that's Harrison Barnes, though, because, like, do you really see him having to, like, I don't know, he's a veteran guy. Like, is he really going to try this game?
HB?
I don't think so. I think you got a good point on that one, honestly.
I get your logic. I do. I only brought up the stuff about the winning, obviously, because I was worried.
Yeah, no, definitely look at the historical data for sure.
Yeah, and it was the when they win by a ton, right? That was kind of what I was looking at more than anything. Give me 1 sec. I gotta let this dog out to pee so it'll stop barking at me. But
it's good. I relate to that heavy. I relate to that very heavy.
But I'm just deciding between firing the points or the PRA for Wiggins. I'm thinking the PRA
for Aaron. Yeah, get into that. That's good. I like that.
I think there's a better path for PRA as well. I do. I think just because if we're expecting to play that, like you said, 18 to 22 minutes, especially we got to think about it. These are with terrible players, right? Look at the other lineup, what it's going to be, right? We're going to have Dante Exum firing up threes, like there's going to be rebound chances.
That's too, yeah. He had 19 points last game too. Like,
did he really?
Or it could just be something where it's like diagonal. Like, already saw him. Like, all right, let's just use the G League players that we just recalled. Like there's some I don't know how to trust him. Like, he has so many players he could use at his tool shed. Maybe this could be an Ousmane Dieng game. Like, this could be.
He's too raw. They were still playing the starters. If the starters were out, then I'd agree with you. But Dieng is like, that's a guy you need like 3 people to be out for, even if it's a blowout. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a little too scary. Also, be honest, we're never getting his lines. They're not.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Right. This could be a Kenrich Williams 3-pointer game. Like, you know how he shoots those.
You know who I was looking? I don't want to butcher his name. Sissoko, the rookie
on the Spurs.
I was refreshing. I couldn't get anything last game.
Oh, so Charles, right? Or something like that?
It's like Sadie. It's just a little harder.
Yeah. I think this could also be a Devontae Graham game. Like,
I hate that guy. He's so bad. I actually put that in my Discord, and I got flamed last game because, Devontae Graham, look at his shooting splits. He's shooting like 18% from 3. Like, come on, buddy. What are we doing here?
Let me see if they pulled any more stuff on that.
I'm also kind of digging. I'm just throwing names right now at this point. Chimezi Metu, I kind of like his under. He last 2 games way too efficient from 3.
Okay. What about rebounds though? That's what.
Is Jalen Durant officially out?
No, I don't know yet. Yeah, we don't know yet.
I think he'll play. Unfortunately,
isn't Chimezi more of a play with? It doesn't matter. Let me see real quick.
Well, he'll play more power forward as opposed to small ball 5.
See if this matters without Jalen.
Ooh, Reith, the numbers are so high. Oh no, they were ready.
15.5.
Oh my God, his points are 17.5.
Wow, man. That honestly could be low. No, I don't know.
I thought I could be sneaky though. I thought I could get a 15 or something.
Yeah.
6.5 rebounds is good though. That's good.
Yeah. All right, has the
right now?
Yet? No. Oh, hey, Podziemski, 10.5 points.
That's real good. I gotta bet this Reith, I think, though, right now.
Yeah.
6. If I gotta look at some stat news real quick just to make sure I'm not.
I'm surprised that Clay is playing though. To be honest with you,
I know that is super.
That might have to be a unders kind of thing, though, right? Are we really expecting Clay to like play, or like take a couple shots, get warm, and head out?
Yeah. It looks like stuff's coming out. So wait, did you? We got Duop Reith. I know that now in this Kings game. Let me get my focus. Okay, here's some Duop. What? in the world?
Jokic's assist line's at 5.5.
In what world does Duop Reith get 17.5 points?
Well, no, Aiden, you got to filter. Did you filter Aiden out?
I guess not. That's a really good point. I'll take DA out. I probably need to take Jeremy Grant out. He never plays.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's so rough.
That's
I thought it would be 15.5. That was my guess.
No, this could honestly be 2. This could be a Moses Brown rebound ladder game too.
It could.
We have Moses Brown rebound props yet? No.
No, not yet. He's 7'2" and sits right under the rim, though. You're right. That's all he does. So.
Yep.
Yeah, Banton's probably going to play 39 minutes. That's what at least RotoWire projects him to play.
Yeah. I'm already on this game.
Reith is rough, man. They were ready for this.
Like maybe this could be like
crazy. I can't get next to that. Like I'm gonna pull him up over here, see if he's on props.cash because it's just I need to get better at props madness more than anything. Yeah, they don't even have him up over here because they're just super slow. So
Delano's 28.5. Oh my god! I was wrong. I undershot it.
28.5. Oh my god. I don't know. You know,
that's insane.
Blanton is at 28.5 points.
Yes. Unless I pulled up the wrong thing.
No, you're right. You're right. Reith is 17. Chris Murray, I still think that's kind of low for him, man. 12.5 points.
The Kings are trying.
Murray against his brother as well.
Yeah, that is true. Nice little narrative there.
Yeah, my problem, Murray actually, this one actually helped for anyone. He reminds me a lot of Patrick Baldwin Jr. in the sense that he's like a 3 and D kind of player, and the 3 hasn't fallen yet. But if Murray can get that 3 going a little bit, he's got some inside post moves as well. But my problem with Murray is he's just limited in volume. But kind of narrative, playing for nothing, I think Murray might be the best. I mean, 28.5 is insane, man.
All right, I'm gonna that is so much. I'm gonna add a couple of things because I don't want to make sure I'm not missing too many people's bets, but because there was a couple of things I wanted us to go through that people wanted to talk about too. But I do want to stick around for this because I think someone's got to play under 28.5 points for Delano Bland. That is absolutely bonkers.
I like it. I think I should. Because I love Davion Mitchell as well. One of my weaknesses as a handicapper, I tend to overrate bench players sometimes a little bit in my Davion is a great defensive player off the bench, and I kind of like Davion independent to this, just in case the Kings were out to a big lead and he got some more minutes. So that's even better, right? If we're going to see Davion on like that, he's a great pesky defender. So yeah. 28.5, man, that is so crazy. I know he's the only self-creator. I just said it in here earlier, but wow.
No, I would fire on 9.5 PRA. ESPN has it at -140.
For who?
I keep going back to. I'm sorry, Aaron Wiggins.
Oh no, you're good.
Yeah, that's going to be my official play. If you want to like tag something on me, sure.
No, you're good.
I'll just steal it, actually. I don't know why I'd tag you, and I could just say I came up with it myself. That would be a much better strategy, right, for marketing purposes. So I think I'll pass.
We gotta start rolling though. This is good though. This is crunch time. All the props become available.
That's why I was on my phone for a minute too. I made sure I got my Aaron Wiggins over 6.5 for even money in.
Yep.
That's rolling on the bottom line. And that was a bit of a group play. I think we were all like, whoa. And then I did want to take a look at Austin Reeves for somebody real quick. We'll come right back to this Portland game because more stuff's going to keep coming out. And let me also do our due diligence and checking on our big boy Kenny Lofton prop.
See, that's like how I like to target these games. Like I'm more so looking at the value than like the actual like trying games, because books don't have enough sample size on these guys.
Right. No, that's betting, almost betting 101 is like, if there's a lack of information in general, then the books are at a disadvantage, right? We've just evened the playing field a ton because now they're guessing just as much as we are, which might lead to some pretty big payouts. That's how that works, right? Because you get to ladder Peyton Pritchard's assists up to 10 when they have it at 2.5 because they're wrong. So that's the kind of thing we're looking for. We don't have any big body Lofton stuff in here yet, which is tough. He needs a better nickname because Big Body Roddy was the big body dude, but we got to figure something out for Kenneth. Is he Kenny Lofton Jr.'s son? He is, right? He's like Kenny Lofton.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So that line is not going to be out. I'm telling you till like 10 minutes before. They're doing that purposely.
They're cowards. Or they're going to be points.
Last game, it wasn't even out 10 minutes before. It wasn't out at all. Like I watched it until 1 minute.
It wasn't out. Nope, you're right. It wasn't.
It never even came. So
now that we're getting some props for the Dubs and the Jazz, I had some people ask about that. Let me interrupt this though, because I know my guy somebody real quick, I forgot who it was talking about Austin Reeves. He brought it up a couple times. I didn't want to forget about him. Do you guys have any thoughts? Because Austin Reeves is when he's in with the other dudes, like I don't have anything for that. It's when Austin Reeves is playing without somebody, I can bank on him being a scorer. I can bank on D'Lo being an assister, right? Without LeBron, but I don't know how to rely on Austin Reeves unless you guys thought of anything for that one.
No, I agree with you. It's hard to differentiate the scoring between him, like you said, Russell, and all these guys are in Rui, these secondary pieces. And now you have motivated LeBron. You have motivated AD in a must-win game. For me, it's just Austin Reeves is not calling my name. It's just one of those that I'm fine. I've had a lot of success just staying away from the Lakers' kind of crowded guard rotation at times as well.
Which makes sense. My thing with Austin Reeves here was going to be this. I knew this was going to be a thing. The PNR ball handler. He's actually in the pick and roll as the ball handler very, very often. I think most on the team at this point, and even more than D'Lo. So when you've got a team like New Orleans who actually is really good at limiting pick and roll stuff for the ball handler specifically, because of their long rangy wings, then that's a bit scary to just go ahead and fire on an Austin Reeves prop here. I would actually be leaning a little bit more to the under on Reeves. I'm not gonna lie, even though I'm not gonna play him. I'm gonna look at him versus the in the head-to-head stuff. 3 for 6, actually over in all 3 this season. I believe LeBron's been in all of those. So I guess he likes playing against this team. That might be where that request for Reeves was coming from, but it's a bit of a no for me based on what we were looking at with Props Madness with the way he shouldn't be as good. I can't fully understand. I guess he was probably hitting some spot up stuff against this team if I had to guess.
And I just want to shout out the guy in your chat real quick. Free Sauce, Banton over 4.5 assists. I just played it. Good call. Very good.
It's the sharpest dude in here, bro.
Very good. I love it.
I made a face a second ago. I was like, oh wow, that's an insane number. I didn't know that was up yet.
Well, I mean, hey, be careful about Ashton Haggins, but yeah, I mean, it's just them two.
Yeah,
right?
But if he's gonna have a 40% usage in the ball in his hands, driving 40 times a game, we're gonna get a couple lucky assists, right?
Let me check out the advanced analytics on Court IQ though first. But no, first, yeah, that's also a great spot.
Let's what I'm gonna do while you're doing that is pull up. I'm gonna refresh because this thing is still.
But do we think that Banton has full run though? I mean, they've seen enough of him.
He's playing for nothing. This team's playing for nothing. But it hasn't mattered. He sucks. I mean, he's what a Hawks backup for the last few years. A Hawks backup for the last. We want to see him. No. Another guy is Ryan Rupert playing in this game.
It's Rayan, but
whatever. DraftKings probably thinks I'm him after the Jonte Porter incident because I made so much money on his.
I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run the assists.
Put that out. That was hilarious, by the way. You missed that. It's okay, prop bomb. No big deal. Oh my God, Rupert. Oh my God, unders, please, please give me those unders. The dude is I watched him in Europe. I watched his footage a lot. I thought he might maybe be a wizard in some way. The dude cannot shoot. There's no offensive developed game. He's a solid defensive wing, but that's who I want to play under on.
Yeah, this was a good call from Diego too. We were talking about Moses Moody earlier, so I've got him on there as someone that I would lean towards. Like if you get like a 6.5, 7.5 point prop from Moses Moody, that sounds very tasty in a game without. Well, I guess Clay's playing, but you've got no Steph. You've got a really weak Utah team, and you've probably got 25 minutes for Moses Moody in this one. Brandon Pajemski, probably a good look. Also, Free Sauce brought up Chris Paul earlier. Do we need to look at his assists? I think that's a call. We'll wait on Ray and Rupert to get our unders. Oh wait, no. This is crazy. Like, how do you not take an under with Dewap Reed? In what world does he get to this point? I'm trying to think.
He's the only big. He's the only guy. I mean, Moses Brown, I guess, but he.
Yeah. Oh my God! Did you guys see Max Strus had 8 assists today?
No.
That was plus 1,400. Someone in my Discord had that. Wow.
Oh, that's a good look. Damn, no, I didn't think of that.
All right, I'm gonna run this.
Kenny Lofton Jr. is not Kenny Lofton's kid. I was gonna be like, yo, Kenny Lofton is a small, skinny center fielder. How in the world did he produce that child? Unless he dated a lineman in the NFL. All right, let's move on from that ridiculous statement. At the stuff I was looking for the Dubs, yeah, Chris Paul. That's what I wanted to look at to give Free Sauce that look too, because that was a good call by him.
Paul points. Okay, maybe Paul assists.
Yeah, CP3's starting. it looks like was the notification. Let me see if that.
Ooh, Jaden Hardy is starting now. That's cool.
Oh, those numbers are going to be high as hell, though.
Yeah.
But
This is where we're at with the starting lineup for the Dubs right here. So they're taking on Utah. Trace Jackson Davis has been a monster, but
are we liking pods? Are we? Is that just are we in or no? Because I'm off the bench. I like it more than with TD. I would like it. He's such a good rebounder. He's good at getting out in transition. I like it more with Paul and TDP or TDJ, whatever. I messed that up 4 times. But those guys starting, right? I like it way better with him on the bench. I'm curious what you guys think.
Pods, yeah. I was kind of hinting at it earlier. I think that's the player. The young guys, right? I mean, Kuminga, is he playing?
Yeah, Kuminga's playing.
Starting.
He's got a pretty high prop for points. He's at
what's the matchup? Warriors or the Jazz? Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah. What is the match? I mean, we're talking about a lot of like Micah Potter, Samanic, some Juzang, some Taylor Hendricks.
What about Klay Thompson's under? I mean, is he gonna play the first quarter and then sit the rest of the game? Like,
I don't know why he's in here, but I would be for sure be going under 21.5 before I ever went over. Let me take Steph out. I don't think that helps him.
There's no reason for him to play. I don't really see.
It's so ridiculous. How many minutes did those Chicago guys end up playing? Still third quarter. Look at that Chicago spread. That is nasty. Thank you for getting over Javante. Why did I pull up this game? I already forgot. I don't even know. It had nothing to do with what we were talking about, did it?
All right, so all right, yeah, what we got here.
I was looking at Clay. Oh, right. I was trying to see if these dudes played minutes. Yeah, so they did play normal minutes as they were told we were told they were gonna for these Bulls players, but that doesn't necessarily just correlate to coaches lie. Some do, some don't. Clay in here without Steph on the season is 2 for 7 going over 21.5 points. He did it against Utah, who he's playing now, and he just did last week.
Oh, there you go. Jared Butler.
So bad, dude. Utah is so like that's the problem here, man.
Yeah,
because you're right. Like honestly, Clay under's been so automatic, but man, that's tough.
That is. Is this 3-point prop high enough to go under 4.5? But it's minus 166. You get plus money for under 3.5. I mean, yeah, it's tough to take an under against this Utah defense, man. What's the total of that game now? Probably shifted 100 times since we started. Still at right around 222.5. That's definitely an well, no, actually, I think that's an under for me because Chris Paul slows this thing down. Let me get back to my.
Oh, very true. Very good point. Good point.
Yeah, Chris. Like, let me see if we have that real quick. So if I
the under in this game would be a good look.
Yeah, I think that is the play. So Warriors pace with and without Chris Paul this season.
Honestly,
it only goes up 1 without him. But, I mean, without Steph in there as well, that's going to be huge. Steph is a huge pace setter, obviously, without Steph Curry.
All right, let me just
okay, yeah, it's only one more as well. But either way, I think the under is the play in that game. But that doesn't mean that Chris Paul assist is not a good look. Let's see. Okay, thank you. Assists, 9.5, dog. Whew.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
Without Steph and without Draymond this season, he's done it. He's played twice, but he has not gone over this season without those two dudes. And that's a lot of assists. Potential are at 14.5. Yeah.
What do we think about first quarter then? What do we think? Especially if we like Paul assist, Trace becomes super appealing on the points because he's going to be the pick and roll partner.
That's true. Let's look at what's the matchup? The Jazz. Okay. Trace over 11.5 points is what you're thinking? Or first quarter points?
Well, that was first quarter. This is full game. Let me take out Day Green to start here. So on the season, still not great, but he's gotten minutes lately. Like if you look at his minutes log, right? Yeah. But I do love this with Chris Paul. Let me do without him and put Chris Paul in. And maybe we can do without Curry. When it's just he and Chris Paul, how do they do? No sample size. There's really nothing for that. But it's just that we have all watched them play together and know that Chris Paul is diming up TJD a ton when they're on the second unit. You know what I mean? That's kind of a part of it. So I really wish we could just see like a Moses Moody 5.5 points prop and just slam it.
I think we'll be lucky. Oh, it's up 8.5. Okay, that's still a good number actually. I was gonna say we're lucky if we get 10.5. So I think that's a play right now.
I'm going all over the place here. James Wiseman double.
I was going to get to that game in a second, honestly, after we got done here, but I don't hate it. The points are a little higher than I thought. I think 13.
We have not taken a look at that Spurs Pistons game, probably for a reason. Obviously, there's some sexier games to be looking at, but sexy value is sexy. Let's put it that way. That's what's sexy.
There's too much to talk. Yeah, there's too much to like here. It's crazy. We got to get organized.
I know.
Well, this is the least organized slate of the year. Shout out to you for running this too. You're doing amazing, by the way. I was gonna say, like, we haven't given you any creds yet, but like 4 guys at the same time. Really appreciate you doing this. It's been a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Good shit. Yeah, dude, we do these every day, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, where we take some bets and go through them. It's a little bit easier when there's like 5 freaking games on the slate, and then I can legit come in with my own bets and then take people's bets as well, and they jump in the comments and we get it going. So it's been awesome, and I definitely love having you guys on to answer some of those questions. There's just so much to go over that it's like we're part answering questions, part just being like, we're just, as soon as they come up, we got to hit them. Like, they're going to change to minus 180 before I could even hit it if I don't. So, but yeah, no, I appreciate it. Like, I would be completely effed if you guys were not here right now. So we got Moses Moody at 8.5. Don't hate that.
That's good, man. That's good. I mean, Pods is his competition, like I said, off the bench, there a little bit in terms of those kind of pseudo hybrid guard, guys. But I like them both is the problem. I think they're actually both good value, but I think Moody's way better value, right? Pods at 21.5 PRA. That's what we were playing him earlier in the year when they fully caught up to his number, right? It was more value at like 18, 19. So I'm going to go Moody, I think, for half a year.
Right. Once you
going Moody inside out, let's
8.5.
On the points for
so
Moody,
low.
right?
Oh my God, what?
Yeah.
I
think I would do 10 plus here. I think that's what I would do.
I've been waiting for Moody to come up.
Yeah.
So now that he's here at 8.5, I was really hoping for 6.5, like I kept saying. But obviously they're a bit smarter than that, and they were waiting for.
Yeah, that's absolutely a play. I like that over Pajemski, to be honest.
Yeah, that's 100% what I was saying. Pajemski, I often like for the RA, but it's still, it's a bit more.
Or Pajemski rebounds, right? Isn't that your thing, Motto?
That's what I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. But also Looney sneakily had his like best game in like months, just last game, like in months. So
there you go. Hawkins just hit ideal.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
Also, I just got asked about this. Have you guys seen Jokic assist is 5.5 right now?
Yeah, I like that, man. He's not taking this game serious. Oh, actually, I mean they got to win, but
it's crazy though. 5.5 is like
wait,
what?
All right, let me put Moses Moody in, and we can go.
I'm sorry, I'm messing you up.
What's going on there with the assist for Jokic? Why is it 5.5?
The spread. I mean, I can't give you a good. I don't know. It feels like DeMar DeRozan all over again at 16.
Cam Whitmore 20.5. That's very low too for him.
Cam.
Yeah.
Cam.
22.5 what?
20.5 points.
For whom?
Cam Whitmore.
He's at 20.5 points?
Yeah, last game. Hold on.
I probably wouldn't have him higher than what's his name, than Green if it were me setting the lines.
He had 5 fouls last game, so you're getting a bit of a lower. I think the ceiling wasn't shown last game. He had 5 fouls and he had 14 shot attempts. 25 minutes. All right, well, let's. Okay, I mean,
no, where do you get that? That's crazy to me. That's so high.
I want to. But I was gonna say it's funny that you guys are on the opposite side. I'm kind of in the middle here, but like the thing is, Whitmore, like Sauce just said, he's think Malik Monk when you think of someone that a microwave, someone that is not all up. With now adding a 30% usage rate, right? Like a legit usage rate. I see it. It's just. Man, higher than Jalen Green is like, ooh, they were not going to get beat on that one right there.
Yeah.
Aaron Holiday's up now too. Also, I might have to sneak away from you guys. Take some Aaron Holiday right here.
Yeah, get it.
I like that one. It's pretty. Take the assist for him.
Yeah, 3.5. Oh, minus 150.
I'm taking Moody, by the way. I love that line. I'm thinking I'm going to do 10 plus points for him at the plus odds.
Bet 365.
Is that up somewhere right now? I took minus 155.
What are you doing, Mono? Are you doing the regular line or the 10 plus?
Yeah, I did the regular line, but I clicked it immediately. I see what you mean with 10. That's a good logic because I thought it'd be 10.5 to be honest.
Do we go Clay over or Clay under or Moody over? Because I just did that with Jaime and Jimmy and that worked.
Yeah, the correlated over under. I think they're both correlated.
That's really good logic. I can't see Clay getting that. I feel like that's a good play.
Clay's not getting 34 minutes, is he?
I can't imagine. I mean, in his last 10, he's
Yeah.
averaging 30, still barely going over in that. Oh, this is rebounds, my bad.
All right, I love
Points.
this 41. Excellent line.
It's just for me when there's a couple teams that Clay plays that he just crushes. It's like the Thunder, the kind of the Jazz at this point for sure, the Rocket, like all the teams they were playing in the playoffs when they were good are teams he still crushes. For like his weird mentality, but I put the Moses Moody bet in. I got it on Bet365 minus 125.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'll just go
Nice.
safe. Yeah, I'm gonna go safe here. I'll just do the regular line as well. All right, cool.
I hope I'm winning my early game bets, or I'm not just going to be throwing money right now because
Put that in. I just bet that.
I keep we keep seeing these lines. We haven't even got to that Pistons one that he brought up earlier as well. They finally got stuff.
All right, are we? Do we want to move past the Jazz Warriors? Or are we waiting?
Yeah. I was gonna take you to Detroit, San Antonio for a minute because you were talking about that one. Prop on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Banton. Oh, they just announced it. Manaya. Okay.
I'm gonna play him.
Oh, Moses Brown is starting, man. We got to take the rebounds.
No. Wait, that means we should fire on Reith probably, right? Is he
under?
Is he not playing?
Under? Yeah, if he's not
playing. Take
okay,
before. Yeah, take that under now.
Yeah.
He's not. That's crazy high anyway. I'm hitting that.
I'm 100% taking the Moses Brown rebound ladder. Well, it's
me too. I like it.
It's a bonus though, you know.
There's too much happening. All right, Dwight Reith is going under for sure. I'm hitting that real quick.
Me too.
This is the problem is like sometimes I give out these bets on the stream and it's chaos, and then I'm like, shit, I lost the line. Like,
no, I remember I did a Sunday night NFL show every week this year with Analytics Kappa right after the stream end. I remember multiple times just betting like on the show, you know, like I got Chiefs Super Bowl at like a great price when it first opened, you know, just like spamming with the freaking 400 people watching. So, but hey, everyone in the chat understands. This is a group of great. I can see it already. D-gens in here. They know we got to fire off these bets.
They know what they're about. They know what they're about. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly just like luck. I don't know if it's luck or what, but like a couple smart people just started jumping the stream, and then more people with like good looks started jumping the stream. Like there's been like 4 looks today that were like, damn, good look. Oh, we need all the help we can get right now. Yeah, Duop Reith, what's the best number for him? I just saw it up.
I played under 17.5 points.
Yeah, that's still available. What's this saying? It's saying it's a bet online still, but now I have it right here. All right, yeah, I'm playing it under. Cool. Got into Duop Reith. That's the under is minus 130 though on DK, but I'm taking that. I already hit it for half.
So minus 115 on like offshore and stuff. That's where I normally go to. I'd recommend for people if you're trying to catch lower lines, offshores, and then all the soft like underdog, those kind of websites like that as well.
Right, even though you got to eat the vig sometimes there. So man, so much going on.
Okay, so I'm not taking anything in Pelicans Lakers, to be honest with you. There's no value there.
Yep, agreed. I missed on all that too. So
Clippers Rockets. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Josh.
You want to look at Clippers Rockets again? I was gonna let you do a quick something if you had. I know you were talking about some Pistons and Spurs. I'm glad we got in the under on Duop Reith. Is there over for Moses Brown before I move past that one? Actually,
that's a prop. Yeah, I mean I'm on that. I gave that out. So
where's Moses Brown?
Wait, Moses Brown is.
Oh, you were talking about. Okay, yeah. I'm getting them confused. Moses Moody. Is that out?
Oh, it's almost Passover too.
Right? It's funny. It's out. Okay, hey, 7.5 rebounds
for Moses.
Wait, first quarter, baby. Let's go to the first quarter. He stands under the basket. Should probably get 7-8 minutes. If
hey, look, Joval could do it versus Sabonis.
Yeah.
Still don't have Moses Brown up anywhere. Did you guys find
that?
Do you see it?
No. I'm pulling up props. I'm pulling up DraftKings rather.
It's 2.5 rebounds. Do you like that?
Oh my God, the Magic are smacking the Bucks. That's awesome. All right, I'm on rebounds for Moses. Let his rebounds go. Oh, there's some Ray and Rupert. If we want to go under on Ray and
I don't even know who that guy is. Like,
what's his points at? 7.5. Oh,
minus
my
105.
God. They're not giving. Dude, I hit it 11.5 in his first ever game, and it hasn't sniffed 8 since. No matter what, he plays 40 minutes, and they haven't even got it there, man. That's crazy. That's probably too low.
So you think that he's a better? which type of play would you play? I mean, there's no data to go for this.
I cannot take an over on Rupert, so I would not take it. But under where I'd lean. But if he's going to play 33 minutes, I'm not taking under.
Is that what he's been doing? Let me put Rain.
Wow, Banton actually rose to 29.5. Yeah, I'm not really. I don't know.
What? Oh my god.
What is I was looking at Haggins and Ashton
Ryan
Haggins.
Rupert. Has he gotten minutes in any of these games? Let's see. Ryan Rupert averaging 31 minutes a game in his last 10. He's gone.
Look at those points. Look at him.
Please come
Look
on.
at the rebounds,
Do something.
The rebounds are at 4.5. He's gone over 3 of his last 10, where he's actually gotten minutes. 4.5 feels pretty high against the Kings, who are one of the best rebounding teams in the league at this point.
Yeah, PRA under might be good, honestly. It's just like there's no competition, man. There's none at all.
I know. I think Keon Ellis points was a look at 6.5 as well in that game, by the way, fellas.
Oh, Keon Ellis?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we got here for that.
Dude hit like 8 threes last game or whatever it was. Let's see. Keon.
Oh, yeah, I cashed that in my Discord, actually. Shout out my guy Elijah for that one. That was nice right there.
Nice.
He's nice. He's nice with those threes if the volume can get good. So I'd recommend.
Yeah, he's a good spot up.
My problem, I already told you guys, I like Davion. Steal a little of those backup guard minutes. He's more of a point guard, but you know.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one. 9.5 points. Do you like the steals for him, maybe?
I like that more because 9.5 is a little too high for Davion. I'd play 15 over 9.5. You know what I mean? I'd rather just get less money.
Dude, I have a good buddy who's got a bet on De'Aaron Fox or SGA most steals in the league this season. Right now, he has literally one more steal than De'Aaron Fox for that lead.
Wow.
And D Fox is playing the Blazers. Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal. Oh, he's gonna be sweating. So I mean, he's got to unload hopefully on the under steals in this game.
Right.
It's a hedge.
Right.
Or
like,
oh my God! I just hit 5 of the 6 plays on the. Wow. Here we go.
Damn. Put your double. Thank you, load. Thank you.
What a day so far. Sheesh.
Damn. Yeah, and Duop has dropped to 14.5 points on that.
Did you guys take that? Did you guys get a chance to get on that?
I did. I hit Duop under 17.5 at -130. Yeah, -130 on DraftKings.
Yeah. 14. That makes sense. That was so nice, though. They left that a little too long, honestly. A couple minutes too long.
Yo, and the Hornets beat the Cavs.
Oh, wait. How did Nick Smith? Did my boy do it? Did he go 14?
What did Poku do, too, as well, if you're looking at that?
Let's see. Where are we at right now? Charlotte, 120 to 1. Nick Smith had 24. Come on, we already knew that.
Hell,
I wish I'd been able to give that out.
Oh, let's go.
Started the show and couldn't.
I know. I wish I could ladder it, man. I've been waiting for Nick Smith literally all year. Let's see. Poku, not too great.
Mobley went under. I don't know if he did it in the first quarter, though. I didn't see his bet in the first quarter. Strus with the triple-double. I'm sure everybody had that on their card today.
Did Imani Bates play by any chance? Did you see that?
Bates played 30 minutes. Yeah, he had 7 points and 3 and 3.
Okay, well, okay. I would have bet on him. That's unfortunate. But
good thing we didn't bet on Craig Porter Jr. either.
Wait, did he get a steal by any chance? I didn't do that publicly.
He did.
Yes, let's go. We're good then. We're good, baby.
There you go.
All right. So there's 8 games.
Yeah, we got about 20 before for these games tip. So
Timberwolves. All 3 of us, are we doing anything in this game, or I'm not?
Go to it.
I'm not.
I hate betting both these.
Small, but I'm not.
I hate betting both these teams.
Like I said, there's Jazz. Okay, let's Jazz Warriors.
Let's start. Let's stop on there one more time. We were there a minute ago. The one I wanted to look at was Andrew Wiggs. It's up to 16.5 now. It was 14.5. Like
Wiggins. Okay, points. Okay.
Yeah, but Wiggs.
Yeah,
Wiggs without Draymond. I mean, the thing is, he and Kuminga do a lot of the same stuff. That's really what this comes down to as well. So it's more about him and Kuminga being on the floor that hurts him rather than Day, I believe. And Steph doesn't really matter, but the amount of shots that he's taking recently, like going over pretty consistently, going over versus Utah team all 3 times this year, there's not enough at 16.5. The edge was at 14.5 for me, so I guess I'm off that now, which sucks.
Yeah, this could be a game, like I said, where Kerr just doesn't play the starters full minutes, and because of that, I don't want to touch any of them.
Yeah, I concur. I think we got our Moody play in there.
Moody, I love that.
And I don't think any of us have the wherewithal to bet on a Jazz player that's not Kenneth Lofton Jr. at this point, right?
Well, we need some more lines. I'll know. I just bet on Johnny Davis earlier, so I'll cross nobody off the list.
Did you hit on that one?
I don't know yet. I probably didn't, but we'll see.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about. We still are. You want to move forward to the?
Move me wherever you want at this point. We just got to like get these bets in the next 20 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. So we've officially moved past Jazz. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Past that.
Well, let's go back though. If anyone could find the Lofton props, but okay.
Oh, definitely.
Blazers Kings.
Yeah, we can get back there. Let's do Blazers Kings and we can touch Dallas. OKC one more time. I got the Aaron Wiggins bet over 6.5 points. All that stuff going on the bottom. Jimmy Cash, let's go. Jimmy went under. That's a good look. Yes, they do, Azania. They do need to win.
They do. They do, but I mean,
Well, no. The thing is they don't control their destiny. So let me pull this up because I put this together yesterday. If you look at the West right now, the Warriors' highest possible finish is 9. I believe it's actually 8, but I might be wrong. So if you look at the Warriors game here, they clinch the 8 seed with a win if both Sac and LA lose. The 9 seed is if they win and one of those two teams lose. And the 10 seed is if they lose or both the other teams win. So I don't think anybody expects the Blazers to beat the Kings, right? If anything, they can get the seed over the Lakers to 8th because they own the tiebreaker over the Lakers. So if the Lakers lose, they can get into 9th at least. But it's like that just gives them a home court advantage, and they still have to win 2. It's not that big of an edge, but
Lakers lose. Okay.
And Freesoft's coming in with some Ingram news.
Yeah, like I said, it's just I just don't think like betting on these playoff teams are. I mean, just the props really. There's really no value,
Yeah, CJ line at 22.5 is a little
bit
high. Low. You think it's low?
No, actually,
BI's playing
with BI playing. It's right, but he's not playing full minutes.
Right, that's right. Right.
But that quote was weird. What he said, almost like full minutes ish or something, right? Yeah. It was like I think Pip said he's going to play 30. Like he's playing 30.
Yeah,
right. Pip had him at 30. So I'm a little bit off CJ. I will say in that what was I going to say about that one? I don't think I actually was I? Not CJ. Zion.
Oh, Hardy. Okay, hey. Oh, Jaden Hardy's lines just came out.
That's what I was going to say. Is
what I like for this? Actually, check this out. Top point scorer. That's how I would target this.
Interesting.
Is it DraftKings or where's it out at?
Let me see. I'm going to pull up this Dallas game on DraftKings.
It is DraftKings. Top 21.5. Ugh.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, they do have really excellent guard defense. Cason Wallace, Gordon, SGA.
It's gonna be incredible. Yeah,
that's good.
Maybe his assist. No, I don't know.
Exum assist, honestly.
Jaden Hardy 21.5 points though. He might take 100 shots today. That's a really good point.
See, like if it was last year, I would have said Christian Wood, but okay, Wise. Okay, so Duren is out. The Spurs without Wembanyama just
awful.
cannot defend the paint. So I mean,
Jalen Duren is out,
I'm
right?
looking at James Wiseman here personally.
Yeah, double. You're saying?
Well, Amano, did you have anything in the other game or?
Well, which game are we on right now?
We were looking at the Dallas being before we just pivoted to the other one.
My bad. Yeah, Dallas.
No, I'm with you guys on Wiggins still. I like Hardy, but not that much. Exum assist is something I'll be waiting for. But yeah, I don't know about that. I need more need more props for Dallas still before.
Can I move us real quick because we have not touched Denver and Memphis at all.
Okay.
For understandable reasons, but there is some Laravia talk out here, and I'm still very confused as to how. Okay, it's 6.5 now for Jokic on his assists. But I guess he's barely gone over that against this team this year. How many minutes has he been playing against them head to head? Yeah, look at these minutes. 30, that's not very high for Joker, who's up at 34 usually. So be careful with the assists. This game should be close for all of like no time at all. So maybe there's some first quarter Jokic. That's what I was going to bring up earlier is first quarter Jokic points.
Yeah, or assists.
Did
Maybe he just wants to get his teammates involved.
Right. Yeah, it could be one of the two. Did he have 7? That has to be full game that he had 17 points against this team last time out in the first quarter.
That's pretty crazy.
What?
I can see that from Jokic. That's not.
It makes sense that he just does this and gets out the game and is like, I'm good now.
Yeah, I think it's kind of what Propon was saying earlier. Like, I don't see much value, to be honest. It's one team that cares versus one team that doesn't care.
Right.
You can kind of, make that argument, but Jokic has had a weird mentality in games that don't care. It's been very unpredictable.
Correct.
That's for damn sure.
Honestly, I think the GG Jackson line is a little too high.
You guys got that?
I hate that guy, dude. Oh my god! I had 5.5 first quarter points so big, and he went 2.
They're not going to release the Jordan Goodwin lines, and he's been rebounding like crazy.
Yeah,
GG's at 21.5 points. That's a lot.
He's going to shoot 20 times though, so get ready for it.
He could see a lot of DeAndre Jordan in the paint when he tries to drive, so that's easy buckets for him.
Okay, I'm glad we're on this game because we've skipped over a lot of people talking about this stuff today, which is Scottie Pippen, Jake LaRavia, and I also want to talk about Reggie Jackson because.
I like that. Yeah.
When Reggie Jackson, first of all, Reggie Jackson going to do Reggie Jackson, even when Jamal Murray.
The assist too, I like as well.
But when everybody's out and it's just Reggie's world, it's Reggie's world.
Reggie's world. Yeah. Love
it. So that's something to consider. Let me look at Scottie Pippen because that got brought up a minute ago, and dude balled out against the Lakers the other day. So he's gotten a bunch of points recently. He's up to 18.5 points on the prop, though. That's pretty high. For decent juice. Any thoughts on any of these Memphis players? Are you guys because this is right up both your alley, right? It's like we've got all these starters out. We've got some nasty lines for some nasty dudes.
There's only 2 props of it. I'm only seeing. Oh, you see Pippen. Okay.
Let me go right to DraftKings real quick. I know it's not the only book, y'all, but I'm just using it.
Right,
the Bucks are down 30. Just as a quick update for everybody.
Reggie Jackson's points is at 20.5. My God. Yeah, you just spoke about that.
Wait, what? You said 20.5?
Yeah,
that's a little absurd, right?
On now, or at least not on here.
It's on FanDuel though. I'm on Props Madness. It scans all the.
Right. Good call. It's better for this. Yeah, RJax is at 20.5, dude. On FanDuel,
wow,
13 to the over, juiced to the over. What?
Dang. I like the idea. I'm with you on the idea. I just once again, that's.
But
did everybody playing for or nobody's been ruled out yet for this Denver team?
Not that I've seen.
Nuggets will start Murray, Caldwell Pope, Porter Jr., Gordon, Jokic.
I don't know how I could play that. That feels like the Reith line, honestly. I don't know how I could play the over on that.
Right. And Reith was starting originally, so we thought.
So now couple that with Jokic assists being propped at 5.5, and I think there's something that we can assume from this. Not once again that the sports books know everything, but these lines are there for a reason. So that's my sign to peace out on that a little bit at least. That's scary, man. I'd probably go quarter unit under on that just because I like the. I was gonna say Christian Braun, Peyton Watson. These guys are good. These young guys they have are good as well. It's not like it's just going to be Reggie Jackson.
Right, but we don't have those props up.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Reggie Jackson's an under, but the thing is Jamal's at 14.5 points.
All right, I'm making an official play here. So you can add. So I have Moody, I have Wiggins. I'm going to add James Wiseman double.
Let's go.
-110. I'm seeing. Let me see what's on FanDuel if we can get better lines. Because, the rebounds line's at 10.5.
Right.
He's going to get 10 points. His points line's 13.5.
He dicked me the other day on the points.
I know. I watched that whole game. They just did not pass to him. I watched that whole game.
All right, I'm going to put him in here for the double-double at -110 for now.
All right, guys. We got 10 minutes before things come on. Lofton's still not available. It's ridiculous.
Classic.
Killing me.
Actually,
everything on the bottom line, and just for everybody, the comments comments of the video on YouTube there'll be a pinned comment in there with all the bets that we put out here. But like, know that like I got in on most of the bets that I put up here without your guys' names next to them, but also
That's fine. Yeah. How we doing? Is the card looking solid?
Yeah. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this thing. I mean,
hey, Ashton Hagen's 8.5 points. That's pretty low.
That's good too. I'm in the Moses Brown. I think under 2.5 first quarter points is really nice.
Wow.
2 is such a key number for a guy like Moses who's not going to shoot anything outside of the paint. 2.5 is. I don't think he's played more than 7 minutes with Duop there as well. Like he's not good. I don't know if anyone's ever watched him before. He's like 7 foot tall and weighs 80 pounds. So probably 2 fouls in the first 30 seconds.
Moses.
Yeah, Moses Brown. I'm taking under 2.5 first quarter points.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. All right, put that on bottom line for monotone.
So many bets. Oh my god.
All right, I'm taking it. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that.
I've got about 7 in right now. No, yeah, I've got 7 bets in right now. Okay, we'll take some Moses Brown under 2.5 points.
I like that motto. It's pretty solid.
Get any decent value on that?
It's minus 130, so not really. But I don't think it should be playable, to be honest. I think
Zach Collins' points looks pretty low too.
I was gonna say that one.
18.5. No, I don't know about that.
What's threes? Oh, 18? What about threes? 18 points
for Zach Collins?
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Yeah, I did. Oh, it's minus 210. Jeez. What about Mamu? Mamu PR.
Oh, it's Mamu Kalashvili? Dog, my boy Ray jumped into the stream that I made like 4 hours before it started to make sure I knew that I should look at Sandro Mamu Kalashvili props. And I couldn't feel proud.
Yeah, I remember betting on him in the FIBA Olympics when he was on Team Georgia.
Sandro, bro. He's nice.
He had 33 last game. I mean, it's 22.5.
For the PR?
PR, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I would take his I would be taking some of his stuff here. If we go to Detroit SAS game, that is if we have no Jalen Duren, right, like we're saying here, then I mean James Wiseman is an absolute turnstile. I would prefer Sandro's rebounds, to be honest.
I like that. Yeah, I think that's where I would go to.
Is they at 10.5 though? Yeah, I figured it was at 9.5. It doesn't look like there's any 9.5s hanging around. It's all even money for him to go over 10.5. If we look at his last few games, though, he's gone over 3 in a row since he's gotten minutes, and like 26, 30, and 26 minutes right here. So at about 27, 28 minutes per game in the last 3, he's at averaging, 16, 12, 11. And then let me look at his rebound chances real quick. I'm going to go over to tracking rebounding. I'm going to look at the Spurs in the last 3.
Weird. So trying to think.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. Throw them on if you got them.
I got another one I really like. I think I just found. Oh,
go for it.
Blake Wesley under 11.5 points.
Oh, under. Okay.
Under. Oh, I think I really like that guy.
Damn, I have to admit now to the whole chat that I have never heard of the NBA player's name you just used.
He's just an all-around guard that does nothing. He's on the Spurs. He's one of their backup rotation guys. We were talking about Graham earlier, who out-minutes Tim, and then I brought up Sissoko, who I was waiting for, who's a guard. He's 6'6", but they want to see those skills. I think they're way overestimating how many. I don't know. He played 19 minutes last game. Is Trey Jones playing?
No.
I don't see an injury.
Who's passing? So who's passing them?
It probably, I mean, Graham, Wesley.
They're probably going to roll out Raekwon Gray too.
Now that's someone who I don't know who that is. So you got me with that. Florida State. Okay, that's a new one.
Jeez, man. Okay, they have the rebound props out for Goodwin. Let's see what. Oh,
we did. We got Portis under rebounds. Did he have 10 for like the whole game?
Awesome. That's awesome.
Sweat free, bro. What do you mean? Every time it's an under hits, you just say sweat free.
Sweat free. They're never winning. They never lose until it's over.
You're
always winning until you're not.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I like it. Whatever. We all know unders are the play. Whoa. Stop the whole fucking stream for a minute.
Boom! It's out. Boom! Let's go!
This is the info we need for us. This is the comment.
Where is it?
We got
That's
Kenny
crazy.
Lofton.
13.5? What?
That's crazy.
No, hey, we said the assist. Remember, that's the angle you want to go, right?
Yeah, but that's because I thought points would be 17.5. Like that's like 2 units, man. Dude, this guy plays twice a year.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
I think PA could be the move.
I agree.
Yeah.
Whew.
17.5 there.
Okay. Over in his last 2, looking at 27 and.
Or it's like something where it's like we got to look at him. Let me look at the other guys. Like.
Yeah.
27 and 35 minutes last time. I mean,
13.
now he's going up against TJD, maybe some Kevon Looney. Big booty Lofton.
We're locked in here. This
we
is
got
good.
15 minutes. Yeah, we got 15 minutes.
13.5 points. We like it.
I'm playing points assist probably and points. I think I'll do both. I think points assist 1 unit, maybe points half unit. Maybe I'll run assist half unit too. I might just go 2 units. Fuck it. I'm talking generational wealth opportunity here, fellas. This is Kenny Lofton Jr. Maybe. I don't know.
Do you want the over 13.5 by itself so we get the plus 100 on it?
Yeah. I'm running. My biggest one will be points assist though. That'll be 1 unit for sure. So
You're doing points assists? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going half a unit on the points alone. Do I want to throw these?
Or the PRA, 24.5.
Well, what are you guys seeing for him between rebounding and assisting? Like, which one do y'all prefer?
I say the assists.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think assist. Honestly, THT 3.5 assists is good too, though. To be completely honest, there's a lot of interesting stuff in this one.
Yeah.
We do. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
That's good. Good that you caught that.
Johnny Juzang is in. When it rains, it pours out here, man.
Juzang's out there. Oh, from
Somebody was trying
UCLA.
to tell me to take Darius Baisley earlier too. He's
I
at.
love Beasley. I wish he wasn't on this team. I wish he was a wizard. He's sneaky good. Good defensive player.
I'm thinking about Mamu, man. The PR.
Oh, no way! He almost had the triple double. Oh, that is heart crushing. He had one rebound at the half. He still almost got the TD for
Pritchard.
little Army haircut.
Oh,
Damn, that's tough. Oh, I thought I missed that. It would have made me mad.
oh my, I can't believe that was 17.5. Wow.
Oh man, my boy Peyton P. What do you end with? 38 mother-loving points and 12 dimes. I didn't make enough money off him in this game, to be honest. What did Johnny Davis do? He didn't hit a 3 for you, bro. Sorry, but PBJ got his. Patrick Baldwin and Jared Butler went clean off.
Yeah. Did he get a? Yeah. Jared Butler's good. I'm glad they signed that contract.
Yeah, that was a good contract. I agree. All right, yeah, we have a few more minutes in this game. So, and then the Knicks going to OT with the Bulls. Oh my word! What's happening in the NBA, dude? Somebody make it make sense. Bro, I'm gonna have to eat some food at some point. All right, I do want to touch on Jake LaRavia. I don't know if anybody had anything for that, but homie is balling, and
he is, but historically not a good shooter. So I mean, if you, 76ers Heat in the play-in tournament, it's official.
That'll be fun.
That's 7-8.
Looks like it. Yep.
Wow.
Okay, so what is it? The points?
Yeah. The points for LaRavia. So in looking at LaRavia, like in the last 2 games, he's played 40 plus minutes in both and taken 18 and 13 shots. If we say his field goal attempts are 15, he's shooting at a 40% rate on this. Or his last 10.
Yeah. I like a steal. That's what I played it as a parlay piece, 1 steal earlier. He's been pretty consistent on that when the minutes are there. I got it with OG, which I already cashed. But yeah, when you get him playing heavy minutes, that's something.
They juiced it up, or they bumped it up to 1.5.
Yeah, but you can still play 1 as a parlay piece.
Yeah, that's cool.
In most spots.
I dig that. The rebounds I don't care about. The assists I don't care about. I think I just care about the points. Because of the 15, if he's taking 15 field goal attempts, and how many of them are threes? In the last 2 games, he's taken basically 8 threes a game. What's his 3-point prop at?
Yeah, that was tempting as well. It's just
2.5.
We doing Lofton? I don't know, man. Oh, I just don't know how to target him.
Well, I just got scared too. I did see Sensabaugh as well. It's a little annoying over there.
Sensabaugh.
Oh, how did Bruno Fernandez do? I was trying to.
That was one that I didn't fully think.
What are you looking at? Oh, Bruno Fernandez versus the Nuggets?
I just want to see how he ended. Oh, never mind. No, I just want to see how he ended up doing.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I was, Irish Mike was in here talking about how he always likes to take the opposing center against the Nuggets because that dude has to play a lot of minutes, which is something that he and I have talked about on the streams before.
Jemison.
Yeah, so Trey, right? Trey Jemison.
Okay.
It's a lot for. I mean, everything's a lot for him. But I mean, if he's going to be getting points,
I had his double the other game. I'd like it again. Cash at 400. I would play that again. He's just really weak, so he's going to get bullied around a little bit. But if he can stay out of foul trouble, he should hit it. I think foul trouble is your enemy there.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, we can roll on this in a sec.
We have 10 minutes. Yeah, still got some time.
We got 10 minutes. Okay, great. Yeah, keep me honest. We've been doing this for 3 hours. Is that even?
Do you like Trey Jemison PRA maybe?
I'll probably go PR.
Because the rebounds weren't there against Anthony Davis, but they could be there if Jokic isn't playing the whole game.
Yes, exactly.
He matches up really well with DeAndre Jordan, so that would be sick, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like PR. I wouldn't do PRA probably. I don't know if he can get you assists.
Where's Trey at with PR?
PR,
yeah.
Okay, what's that at?
Points and rebounds looks like 16.5 is the line. Yeah,
Only available in $2. You want something that's widely available, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. I just got what's the Reggie Jackson assist line?
Oh, that's another good look.
Is that nope, not out. Okay.
Wow, no offer.
Oh, Sissisco is out. City Sissisco.
He's out. That fucks my Wesley bet.
No. He's playing. I'm saying the lines are out for him.
Oh, for real? Oh, that's awesome. What are they at right now?
9.5 points. 1.5 assists. What are the rebounds?
Points, rebounds could be nice.
You like the PR? Okay, let's see what that is. 13.5 PR.
We're talking a 1-game sample size, which is pretty rough.
He's a G League legend. I mean, he's a Summer League legend.
Yeah, but he played G League last year, so he played real pros last year as well. He's a little raw still, but it's not like he's a bum. You know, I'll play him probably. I'll play it.
Jaden Hardy's turnovers. Sorry, just curious what that was.
Oh, I like that look as well. Man, there's so much good stuff. This is so crazy. This is like. Someone said Black Friday in the chat earlier. I think that's amazing. Yeah, that's so amazing. It feels like Black Friday right now.
I just have to laugh because on Friday somebody made a joke about how like Peyton Pritchard, Luke Cornett, and Sam Hauser and everybody was starting for the Celtics, and they were like Black Friday, more like White Friday. That killed me.
I'm 11.5 points. That's so low for him.
Yeah. So here's my last thing for this one anyway is Jokic first quarter stuff against this team, 5.5 points. Is that really the prop?
I don't even think he gets that, man. I don't know if he takes
it
seriously. I don't know.
My thinking is just get this game over with, and the fastest way to do that is score 10 points in the first quarter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's my only thinking behind it, but 8.5, yeah, that's not 5.5. So that never got pulled through. 8.5 is a little bit crazy. I will say in the first quarter stuff, he's played the whole first quarter for pretty much the last 10, pretty much always. He's at 7 field goal attempts in his last 10. So yeah, 4 for 7 is a reasonable line. He's making 4 field goals a game in the first quarter. So, but if you look at the last 5 right here, it's a lot of first quarter points and field goals. So I think he's a good like, but yeah, I don't know. The rebounds in the first quarter too, like you said, it's tough to gauge how much he's going to try. I don't think this is at 2.5 either. I bet it's at 3 or at least 3.5 for the rebounds for his first quarter stuff for Joker. Yeah, 4.5. So yeah, the value's gone from anything first quarter Jokic. That was my look though, was like him getting in and out and just doing his thing real quick. But I'm not gonna be able to give that one out. Anything else you guys want me to look at real quick before we dip out?
Okay, Olivier Maxence Prosper.
That's Omax. I like Omax as well. I almost, but 13.5 was too high for me on points. Honestly, it was a little too high for me. Maybe rebounds, but he's not coming from a high end school either. He's one of those smaller school, I believe, recruits. So it's not like he's even used to tougher basketball.
Yeah. Anything else from you, PB? I got the last one that Mike is asking about was SGA. We never talked about him. The only
He
thing
could
I
be
was scared
chasing
about.
for the MVP case, or he could just be not taking
Right.
this game seriously. So
Yeah, I know. I don't have a feel on that. Mike is saying he thinks that he that Shai will try to like finish strong to make his case for either MVP or whatnot. But I don't know if he's going to get the minutes. The problem. So in the last, I'm still in first quarter. In the last 3 games, let's see here. Yeah,
I love how the books are like pushing the game starts. It was 3:40, now it's 3:45.
Really?
We got an extra 10 minutes, extra 5
Oh, they
minutes.
pushed it back.
Yeah.
Okay, dope.
I think I'm going the PA for Lofton, by the way.
I played.
Yeah.
I played PA and I played A. So
Mike thinks. So here's an interesting angle though, because SGA is currently at 30.2 points per game, and he would need to get, if he gets 30, then he does guarantee himself that he got 30 on the season. I don't know how much he cares about that or not, but I think it is an interesting angle at least to bring up. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. My brain feels like spaghetti right now.
Yeah.
So I don't want to start blindly throwing stuff out there.
All right. So what's on the card? What's the recap? Everything that we have for the 3:30 games.
All right. For the late games, I'm gonna pull this up and just read it to y'all. So what we've got here, I took KD over 3.5 assists. We never finalized our I do have Kenny Lofton in here over 13.5. That's what I played. Over 13.5 assists for Kenny Lofton. I'm sorry, points for Kenny Lofton. I didn't get the assist in. Did either of you get that in?
Yeah, I did. I played assist and points assists.
Okay.
So 3.5 and 17.
I'm doing PA. I still don't know if I want to go assist or points assist, but I'll figure that out.
You gotta get that in. I got Aaron Wiggins over 6.5 points for even money. You guys have anything else on Aaron, like rebounds or assists?
Yeah, I played 9.5 PRA. I believe Prop Bomb did as well. I also played 6.5 at plus money and 10 as well. At
all right.
300.
No, that makes sense. I got in Moses Moody over 8.5 points, -125. Duop Reith under 17.5. I think you can still play under 14.5, to be honest, but under 17.5 was a great look, and then it skyrocketed downwards, if that makes sense, once Moses Brown got played in. James Wiseman, I got you for -110 on the double.
Yeah, -105. -105.
Yeah, -105. Dope. And for all y'all that are paying attention, this is going to be in a pinned comment on the video on YouTube. Moses Brown under 2.5 points first quarter from Mono, right?
Yep.
And then, yeah, the last one that I put in was Kenny Lofton Jr. That was my last bet there. So, one thing I never saw was, did Franz Wagner do anything, or did he end up sucking the whole game? Let's see Franz real quick. Where's that Orlando game? What was the final look like in this game?
I saw someone smart on Twitter. I forget who did I see post it. Someone posted Dwight Powell under rebounds, and I like that. Ty props. There we go.
Franz went over. That was a good look.
Nice.
Nice. That I like that though. What you're saying. Jonathan Isaac got his over. Paolo got his over. Yeah, this was a dominating performance by the Magic. I wish I had given out the 4.5 that I played them. So
I'm going the assists. That's what I'm going to do with Lofton. I'm just going his assists.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe defense is like really try to like double him or something.
3.5.
Yeah, it's like -140. I don't like that though.
I know.
I might have to add Rupert under too. It's at 9.5 points.
Man.
We were talking earlier with 7.5, right? I believe that's what I saw on the screen, and now 9.5. So I don't know who's betting that over, but it's not me.
Yep. Yeah, the even money we got for Lofton's points is what I love the most. It's at 14.5 now. I can see that. All right, yeah, that's most of the card. I'm not gonna add the Kenny Lofton assist right now. I mean, I'm not gonna play that myself, but I'm not gonna give you that. I'm not gonna pin that on if you don't want it, PB.
I don't know what. Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, it's like -140.
Yeah.
I played it. I played the assist already, so I got.
What'd you get it at?
Yeah, I've at -140 half a unit. That's what I played at.
Okay,
so I'll take it. I'll take that juice. I think because I've been talking about it all day. So if I'm going to get that line,
yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah, all right, I'm in.
Get it.
It's official for me. Yeah, I'm going to do 1 unit on that.
Dope.
All right.
I'm gonna call it. We got 5 minutes of game time, but definitely jump in both these dudes' discords if you want some of their early stuff here for sure. I know you guys have been hitting at a good clip too. Are you going to be into the playoffs this season, Mono? You're going to be doing plenty of NBA playoffs?
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, if you've heard me talk so far, I like these random guys, so the volume will be lower. Like that's gone. It'll be more about adjusting to coaching, mismatches, stuff like that, which will be a lot of fun. But yeah, I appreciate you having me on here.
Dude, appreciate you guys being here, man. Yeah, and PB's got his Discord going as well. And we know NBA is the man's life, so we want to check that out. Obviously, some really great angles. I'm gonna get you guys back on here, dude. Like we've never had close. I think I've peaked at like 600 before. We had like 1,800 people in here today, like concurrently. So like feeling really good about. I think we're bringing up some pretty good stuff too. I know we're flying, dude. I know we're going real fast. But we covered a lot of basketball here with 15 games on the slate. So I'm gonna. I don't know. Is it too early to start drinking? Like my head is swimming. So, but no, I appreciate you guys. I will say real quick as well that I did start the Discord recently. So if you do want to jump into that, let me see if I can just pull that up and I'll pull you guys back real quick. But just want to make sure you guys all have the info if you need it, which is right here. So we're live now. All the links are in the chat. I'm gonna have your guys' stuff in the description of the video as well. If you want the link to the Discord for either of these dudes and all the stuff they're gonna be doing, their Twitter handles as well, at Prop Bomb, at Monotone Football. So lots to like here from these dudes. Really appreciate you guys, man. That's like I said, I'll say it one more time. You guys helped me out a ton because I don't know that I would have been able to get this stuff done. So happy betting to everybody. Best of luck. Talk to you dudes soon. And until we do see you next, happy betting. All right.
Peace out. It's going to be fun.